it a lot, and also you are doing very well. And let me use this opportunity to congratulate you. More platform program award, it's a great award. And you are doing so well. People will criticize you, but that is the success. Some of them, it helps you to listen and then do more. That's why you are winning the honors, and that's why you are winning the honors. And keep it up.
Yeah, that's
Obi.
Yes.
Mechia na machia wetifo na makase u program with ye akoyese prekese jamadu. Kukumutia insa hompo ha na mafuti u kai e boy yinate prenda de Ekosiisen na uze bibia wa magana
Ekosiisen on
na hana gana tie ntino ewiase de eduru ha yemfa ni agro.
Chairman, my name you best to suffer.
This Papa. This is the first time I'm baha. Na me sure say ya who conduct you.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Admire you.
Asempa FM.
Your Excellency, Akwaba na Otden.
Hey, Obi, Yamina Dumiahui. Bibia Boko, me chete fupa. Na mabahal me
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Wa brabo. Sande Obi and the minimum security takra this year. Oye, nationally, the level baby will do royal. Wow, that's great. It's great. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
You see, that has always been my philosophy. We hasn't there happen, you know.
Yeah.
As the trees grow, others come up.
Yeah.
It's painful work. I also say that's it. On normal, Abraboy, the normal man so to it's really a pleasure. To be before you at Asempa. And this is the first time Samara me pre Asempa FM.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Prince, Oti and Kaimo Akwaba, Ekosiisen Suni.
Obi mejo so na michia woni watifo nyina eja wo de fe edu area na waje ewu sin nyina abo so
Ekosiisen Asempa FM.
Yeah, that's it.
Yo, Prof, where the me that's it.
Yo, mi wo do wa kwa mu kra first for no na enche ho de magina ba bia bi men some kakra no se sia ba men kofi.
Mate. Me that's it. Asempa FM, yes.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yeah, papa. Okay, yeah, no wait here, papa. Nyamisha. Oh, nice. Me that's it. Professor Stephen Ade and Yatien Kano.
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
.7 Asempa FM. So near Ekosiisen Renaissance Asobio already 2 p.m. and yeshas here, but now yeah, court proceedings not live. Said Munina Mote, you know, and General Mosquito. The one of the two witnesses are petitioner no Ede Wong Abba and a mounted witness box no inti for the whole day and only the akoso eshasia with the witness statement are lawyer for the second respondent raised objections to some paragraphs in the witness statement. And on I'm so my lawyer for the petitioner and so everybody some of the objections no your lordships it take a recess assigned by Edwin ruling by strike out paragraphs ni be maintain ni be and on the mark cross examination or eshas here until lawyer for the first respondent Justina Menuvo and eshas here with the cross examination of the witness Johnson Asiedu Nketia Owieye and a lawyer for the second respondent in social media asie by Drew Pempenswa na o video evidence be an person tender na court no ebo in open court na obi ehu the ewo video name eno na enam so ema court no etake recess omo bae na afi omo say ochina a decision on that will be made na afi a cross examination no atwa so enti witness Asiedu Nketia up until now has not been discharged into ochina he will still be in the witness box na cross examination no etumi atwa so enti monshan so emfa emayen Monday mesi ochina Ochina is Saturday into Monday and proceedings never sign at Wasubio into Monshan and so and far MIA Ekosiisen Suni a higher Asempa from now till 6:30 p.m. no we'll be reviewing and the Akoso in court now for Yashe looking into the Ebesi Nyameya Domoa Monday and so and to make us say there lawyers for the second respondent are ready to come and address their press enti yebekoni akwakotie wonsem a omode etudwa no ebi enti monsha nenso emfa emayen enti enche se nioma totom pepepa would go live to the Supreme Court na afia akwakotie de lawyer Frank Davis ede etudwa enti enyaye ready pepepe yebekọ ba fa wadwenkyere ebrain na yenti 0546 382 287 0546 382 287. That's our WhatsApp line for messages. Nebra Niankama. We need your say bonsu. On behalf of the production team, no Yamamunyana Akwaba and Yanko Supreme Court lawyer Frank Davis. Ashasi Ekasa Yanko Tieno.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, and by extension the entire Ghanaian public. After a long day in court, the justices of the Supreme Court have had to adjourn the proceedings of today to Monday, the 1st of February 2021, to enable second respondents team play a video which was annexed to the witness statement. You all saw the proceedings in court through the morning to this late afternoon. We started by the second respondent objecting to offending paragraphs in the witness statement of Johnson Asiedun Ketia, the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, on whose ticket the petitioner John Dramani Mahama stood as his presidential candidate to contest the December 7, 2020 elections. Out of 10 offending paragraphs, the court graciously admitted 3 of the paragraphs to remain, and 7 of the offending paragraphs were removed in part, but 1 of them was totally expunged from the witness statement. It is pertinent to state that 1 of the offending paragraphs related to the pedestrian allegation of Asiedun Ketia in his witness statement that the chairperson of the Electoral Commission has a familial relationship with Her Excellency the First Lady of the Republic, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo. We all witnessed the strenuous and tedious submissions by petitioners' lead counsel to answer to the objections which had been raised to portions of the witness statement. It was a repetition after repetition, which prompted lead counsel for second respondent, who could not bear it any longer, to remind the court of the petitions, of the repetitions. When Mr. Johnson Asiedun Ketia took to the witness box, he remained largely evasive. Every question that was posed, his immediate response is that I do not speak for the petitioner. This is someone who, in paragraph 2 of his witness statement, has stated clearly that he was in court to end or lend aid to the petition filed by petitioner. How can you come to court as a witness for a party, and when you are asked questions in court, your response is that I don't speak for the petitioner? Then why are you in that court? Why are you then in the court? He thinks he can be as elusive and invasive as he was in 2013. This time around, he will not be lucky. Now, it is very instructive to let all Ghanaians know that the one person who filed the petition, which is John Dramani Mahama, has refused, failed, or neglected to sign onto a witness statement. As we address you this afternoon, the petitioner himself has no witness statement before the court. This is a petitioner who seeks to have the elections annulled and is praying for a rerun. This same person is refusing to come and give evidence in court. The judgment is with the Ghanaian public, not mine. When Johnson Asiedun Ketia went all about town, he said one thing which is poignant. When he was posed a question by a lawyer for first respondent, his response was that we are in court to challenge the conduct and constitutional duty of first respondent. We are not in court to challenge the elections. I mean, that is Johnson Asiedun Ketia's own statement, not mine. We are in court to challenge the conduct and constitutional duty of first respondent, not the elections. So this is where we are.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
As I always do, I will allow you to ask questions, if any.
First question.
Asempa FM.
Can you repeat your question again?
In court, the test for every witness in court is the witness's credibility. So you realize that when we went on and on and on, the final leg of the submission was that we want to attack the credibility of the witness. And it was at that point that the court was minded to grant the application for a play of that video. Now, the relevance, to you it might not be relevant, but the relevance is that these are persons who, after or during the course of the elections, had proclaimed to Ghanaians. In fact, the presidential candidate himself, John Dramani Mahama, the General Secretary, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, the Deputy General Secretary, Utokuno, and the rest. The Director of Elections, Evisafi Anka, and their communication officer, Sami Jemfi, had proclaimed to the whole of Ghana and the world that their presidential candidate had won the presidential elections and they had secured, some were saying 140 seats in parliament, others were saying 141, others were mentioning that they were not even sure. And when they proclaimed that they had won the presidential elections, they gave you percentages. Don't pretend as if you didn't hear. They gave percentages. And some of them were calling the presidential candidate president-elect. I think I recall, Sami Jemfi, a communication officer, referred to Mahama as the president-elect. Some of them even urged him to form a parallel government. Now when they are being invited to the police, there's another story. They advised him to run a parallel government because they had won the elections. Now these are the same South people who now, when come to court, cannot even tell how many votes they garnered and are asking for a rerun. Does that sit well with you? And you think it sits well with Ghanaians? No. But you see, I must point out also that the exhibit that Asiedun Ketia was confronted with was their own exhibit. The exhibit E. It was their own exhibit. In his testimony, they failed to sign on to regions where it was abundantly clear that the petitioner had won elections there. Their agents in the strong room decided to take a long jump when they realized that the results proved unfavorable in their cause. That is my answer.
What we had to say was that he is not a petitioner and not that he does not. Somebody
Have you read paragraph 2 of his witness statement? Maybe if you read paragraph 2 closely, on Monday when I come, we can have that engagement. But when somebody says that the petitioner stood on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress to contest the elections, and I, the General Secretary, the Chief Executive Officer of the party, I am swearing to a witness statement to give evidence in support of the petition filed by the petitioner. Would you still want to maintain your question?
Well, I just want to know the difference between when someone says, Ekosiisen on Asempa FM, and I do not think.
A witness only corroborates case of the party. You don't become a witness in court because you have sprung up from somewhere, maybe from Mountain Kilimanjaro. You become a witness because there is a necessary party in the case. John Dramani Mahama has not donated a power of attorney to anyone to speak on his behalf. It is Johnson Aseedun Ketia and Dr. Kwesa White who are coming to speak as witnesses. And they all state that they are speaking in support of the petition. So you cannot come to court and lend aid to a petition, and when you are asked questions in court, you say, I am not a petitioner. So what are you? Are they where am I?
Okay, thank you very much.
I would end as I always do. If you have nothing to say about another person, whether that thing is useful or beneficial, then please do not say anything at all. Because if you invariably say what you want to say, you will prompt the other person to also say something or respond in a way or manner that may or may not just otherwise be pleasant to you. Let's all be guided by fidelity to the truth and don't bear false testimony. Thank you.
I just chief for one trying lawyer upon now on Cassette here. Lawyer,
okay. You remember the tougher near Ohoni say, Emre Saudi Asemuba Kota.
While you're still watching our continuing.
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM. So in the lawyers for the second respondent, President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and in some trouble for Kasanti lawyer Frank Davis and Moten and Kanowie lawyer Yawopon church and Semnim Ewo Chi Musadie Neoma Esi Aircon into Monshan so and fa MIA Omuwia lawyers for the petitioner and so will take their turn na omon soma ba ababa bekasa enti de neoma esi Airco and on Monshan and so Ekosiisen so na higher Asempa 94.7 FM. Ma mention if there are some other messages na fe we say Obi, in fact lawyer Chacho Chekata has made my day in the Supreme Court. Truth be told, Chekata is the law and the law is Chekata. Obi, don't forget that Chekata has also requested to play the video of Madame Jean Mensah in a day of Madame Jean Mensah during the declaration of the 2020 election result, if only lawyers of president are granted by the Supreme Court to play the video. Interesting times ahead, and it will be interesting on Monday in the Supreme Court. Long live President Mahama, long live the NDC, and long live Ghana. And the Abesan I back to the Supreme Court near Kotie lawyer ya upon Inchirimua or the Eba.
President now Konoye. Nanso nipa bebre ehwe ni musenka ura Mahama de case ba Supreme Court no obeka se yentwa abatuo num ura
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Ura no Mahama no na wini nanka yenka se Supreme Court enkansi so senior 2013 and na kufa de ba court no so ekoye nwanwa say omo ba court no owura mahama say wanwini na mom owura kufa do nso anwini nti no eba ne saade a yenkoto aba ne mom mienu nya na gum ne akua donkom nyina enfo mu si nchen nti eho ne ejina sese nti wo de tron nsem a se bi ono ane na pamfo ekan ya e ma supporters bebrani giye eni be bi anka esese otimi kansi so sampa mi wini ene bi a ya wia me no antimi ameka se mpo ya wia no na wanso antimi ameka se me na mi wini ye ne ya bu me bukata no eno ne ma krofo bebre adwum ye o na kakra nti e bi adwada ye bo video no ana tape na munya mbe he bi atie bi na se bi munya mo ye badwema na matimi di mani ni maso nyina abu ba bi ejina no tie damase
Asempa FM
94.7 into lawyer ya opon insema or the two dwa eno no second and as a petitioner no a lawyer for aye crado lawyer ayenini mesi ayenini ayine lawyer Dr. Ayine aye crado inti yenkotie ono nso ne nsemo a ode tu dwa ne bi na afei emra metwaso mo nhyɛ ne nso sɛ Ekosiisen na high Asempa 94.7 FM inti yebekɔ na afei akɔfa lawyer Ayine ono nso ne nsemo a ode tu dwa
with the impression that the John Mahama team brought a solid case to the Supreme Court. In fact, when we filed the petition, it was being bandied about all over the place that our petition was empty, that it had not disclosed a reasonable course of action. Well, today was your answer. I am sure you saw vividly the evidence that was being led by the General Secretary. We have not yet concluded the hearing, and so I will not comment on the merits of what he said. But I'm sure you are all witnesses, and you know that this is not an empty case. Now, let me correct one misrepresentation, very deliberate and gross misrepresentation that lawyer Frank Davis, my very good friend, has made this afternoon. He sought to give the impression that we came to court because we wanted a relief to the effect that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama be declared the winner of the election. I am sure, as ladies and gentlemen of the press, you have read our petition. Nowhere have we sought that relief from the court. What we have sought from the court is very simple and may be summarized in two. First, we want the unconstitutional conduct of Jean Mensah to be held to account. Secondly, we want the court to declare that none of the candidates met the threshold requirements of Article 63, Clause 3 of the Constitution. That is the crux of our case. And that is the case that we have sought to make in court today with the witness statement of the General Secretary of our party. Now, it is far from being the case that John Dramani Mahama himself must testify in this matter. He has filed a petition. He is entitled as of right under the law to call witnesses in aid of his case, and that is what he has done. In 2013, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo never testified. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, if you have evidence that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo testified, please bring it to us. He did not testify. He called witnesses to testify on his behalf. So is it the case that when it comes to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the law must change and compel him to testify? I am surprised that a senior lawyer of Frank Davis' stature is confusing petitioner with witnesses that the petitioner calls. Also, it played out in court today that if we had done proper case management, as we were pushing, we would not be where we were this afternoon. You remember we complained bitterly that case management, as stated in CR 99, was supposed to last 5 days. The court compressed it to 2 days. And in fact told us that we had spent the first day of those 5 days making the case for the interrogatories. Now, it played out in court today. The importance of case management. When they sought to tender the pen drive that contained the so-called videos in which principal officers of the NDC and our presidential candidate made certain statements, you saw what happened. The court was not prepared to play that video because it had not anticipated that it will be needed, and there was no equipment in court for that purpose. As practitioners, we know that at case management, that issue would have come up, and the court would have been prepared that on day one of the trial, a video will be played showing evidence of statements that our principal officers made. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very important for us, the party, to underscore the fact that we are not in this case because we want to joke with the Ghanaian people. At the end of the day, the issues of accountability, the issues of the mathematics of Article 63(3), and you very well, you saw it in court. When calculators were flying around, were we the ones who brought the calculators to court? Were we the ones who brought the calculators to court? But we warned you that this case, a big plank of the case concerns the mathematics of Article 63(4), whether or not Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as a presidential candidate, crossed the constitutional threshold of more than 50% of the vote. Our case is that he did not. And we will prove that in court. Just watch out in the next few days. Any questions?
At the start of proceedings, Mr. Sedikit, you have portions of this statement to extract. I just want to find out whether this has any impact on the case that you have put together.
No, we don't think it has any impact on the case we have put together. We are allowed to bring those matters back, when cross-examining their witnesses. So we don't think that it in any way, destroys our case or minimizes the probative value of whatever evidence we are bringing. But note that they raise the objections based upon the so-called scandalous nature of some of the averments or some of the statements in the witness statement. All right? Now, we had alleged that she acted in a biased manner, in an arbitrary manner, in a capricious manner, that was motivated by personal dislike for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or if you put it in the converse, her likeness for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, her preference for Nana Akufo-Addo. And that is how come that in our witness statement, we sought to make it abundantly clear that she had a familial connection to the Akufo-Addo family, that she's a relative of Her Excellency Rebecca Akufo-Addo. Now, if that is not material, what is? If you are a family, a relative of the First Lady,
on Asempa FM.
Are you telling us that you don't want her to continue to be First Lady? So we said that she did it, with a predetermined agenda designed to continue, to let her sister or cousin continue to be the First Lady by announcing that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was the president.
However, in court, at least more than 5 occasions, the petitioner's witness declared that he was not the petitioner, and therefore did not answer certain questions.
Well, that's an excellent question. It means that you were watching the proceedings. Let me make it clear that in those instances where the witness said that he was not the petitioner, they wanted the witness to give evidence with respect to the state of mind of the petitioner. knowledge. Okay? Anything attributable to knowledge that is within the personal, knowledge of the petitioner. I mean, how do you expect a witness to be able to testify to those matters? And that is how come that he legitimately declined to do so. It is not because he is distancing himself from the petitioner. In fact, he is not here under compulsion. He voluntarily agreed as our general secretary to testify because he is the chief administrator of the party. He coordinated with the help of the chairman and the other principal officer. He coordinated the election. So who better to, testify on our behalf than our general secretary? And that is precisely what he was doing. But if you insisted that he should speak the mind of the petitioner, he should testify to matters within the knowledge of the petitioner, he would decline. And that was just as it should be. And in law, the general secretary was right in declining those questions. Any other question? All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Okay.
Any lonely, feeling sad. Only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. 94.7.
Ani senya me ya tomo a eda juada.
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasoguso a wutie nti de ekoso press conferences are parties nyina eyeye na yede ho nsem etumi abremu nti monhya ne nso emayen Dr. Ayeni ede omonso omo side etumi ede etudwa sanso na make say lawyer Same Jemfi ede akan kasemu de omonso omo side kano or the etudwa in the NTA biniemra
General Mosquito witness statement muno omo ka say court no mungu na court no bo munsungu ye because sansem no pedestrian chese sebio akushisem obusanfo mu nyina mo hwe de course wo court no bi wo TV so court no bo sa nsemfu anso na gu no court na nka ba bia se pedestrian court na nka se akushisem person ka court no be bo sansem na gu because akushisem scandalous be court na ntie de court no ka ya ne se wa bo sansem so no agu because say any your petition the dear friend of pleadings, it has no foundation in the pleadings. That is different from Saubeka say and someone a war General Mosquito a dance crater muno a pedestrian. Now you pay attention and you raise this issue because of Bibi Kwakwakoye Yenuano Mokasama second respondent Suban said. Maybe I be free court abahabiano or be use casetrie and sebin semwa any say free a lawyer for ano and they akasa for the course of court.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And right, it was somebody who had a jaundiced mind. And there will be a passage is here pedestrian. Yeah, but Serenidium say a lawyer for we are this year munia tete or kwanya was here for Sokasa. And when say who free court now what be can someone across wa court wa the court on kan and can court nano if the courts in dismissing or upholding those 7 objections did not say a pedestrian that conduct is unbecoming of a lawyer of the standing of Frank Davis the best stress ye nyina ye be condemn say na be ya enkoso because ebetimi aha asemo a court no edi the etosu biem oka say omampanyi John Dramani Mahama ode na asema ba court o ye petitioner no onfa dance krata bia maaye enu nti no kire say oni asem bia they said the doctor yi ne chechire mu opoto kasam no sa asem ne so eye mfuturu a ye nuanom etu gu Ghana fo ani because wo mramu no sa wo de wasem beto court anim say court nka wasem as petitioner bibia ni wa hya wo say e wo say wa obedi adanse ma ho emrane ma ho kwan say utimi
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
ebedi adanse ma enu nti na in 2013 election petition no omampenye kufu adode na asem bae as the petitioner no ono wa medi adanse ni bi wa ma obi aso mra krata the friend of power of attorney say o megina nenamu eya dansefo Dr. Bawomiamo eno from mo hu bedi adanse ma no enti de yewura Jo Mahama aye no edimu ewo mramu a bibibo ni bi anim ti nsem a ye nuanom kan ne no so no eni nyina so obi a wo mram ti e be sere se eno so ye de beto nchen ebiem oka se NDC for emra ye to aba ni wie on 7 December ye ka kira wiase nyina se ye coalition ye nkonta ye bu kire se ya win election no but ye ba court no ye ka asem foforo se court no order for runoff na no kire se ye witness asiedun ketia na NDC for ye nya no kwafo obobo ye nyina ye di ne de keka ho abusuafo sa semi a ye nuanom MPP fo aka ne he ya o maka ne baby bebre no de kire ne pa ne se ya asem a ye de aba court no o monte ase yenti a ye kasa ne se ya asem a ye de aba court no has got nothing to do with the coalition ayaye any ye figures ayewo wo mramu no se obi tia wo na so mprem nu now
Ekosiisen on Asempa
FM courses
FM
of action against the person wo na wo be choose de wo de baba court kane nti ampa ya press conference based on pink sheets ne results ayewo your coalition yaka say John Dramani Mahama dinkunim but assemble ya the court and that is not the nature of it. Assemble ya the court no has to do with the constitutionality of the declaration ajimensa aye. Yes, the constitution say who declare obi say wa weni o mampanyi abato a e was say nipa kro no wenya emapanu mu ohamu chichemu adunum ne akire pe ensam ni figures e wa declaration no mampanyi kufu adu enya nti we declaration ni tia Ghana mra kunyini 1992 constitution. Not just a mremuno declaration no, doesn't even exist. So if the declaration doesn't even exist there, then issues about the coalition, in the view of our lawyers, no, so we have elected to challenge the constitutionality of the declaration of Jimensa. That is what is in court. At the appropriate time, you know, say was said, ya kasa about the coalition, ya ni adansi ya chesa ya ni arena, ya beka mwasem. But let in some way ye can about the course of court no ye man in fact in some way that court name which is
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
about to our bobo any whether or not to say a dimu results are declare no a dimu ewo emrem abusianfo ebiem omaka say oh Yewura Johnson say no ketia dance mu no oka say he is not John Mahama the petitioner inti no kire say Yewura say dun ketia nim de oka na petitioner ni nim asem o de ya ne say a lawyer fo a omunim de pa o mote sansem we ase no e maybe e be fi court abia no maba no mutum futu Ghana fo ani utie de Frank Davis ankasa kan ya o say paragraph 2 of Yewura ase dun ketia dance krata na wo say he is giving evidence in support of the petitioner. In support of the petitioner doesn't mean say I am giving evidence as the petitioner. What that means is say, as a witness, evidence or they support to petition any case, what the lawyers will say matters within his personal knowledge. And this is a question, say, now what? Central phone share movie as a John Mahama will be a wajiatum, a one case on your petitioner, because I know the name. Now, babies and the questions are petitioner, no, the money can't be.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
They are not within this personal knowledge. Any on one case to a man one dance your crowd watomra. That should show you say. And now you penny mupa or dear dance no or you're no for he's credible. Say, and somewhere here within the personal knowledge in Kwano Beka Wansem. Now, we say, for Yaba, the course or court to Nimuno. A course or court, no. The Moshe, and some Bisabi also say, agents assign way, which new agents or Munya, which new. They said the general secretary Kayano. Ye, but the same way the Abba court has got nothing to do with that. Obe bobo aba on 9th December. Eka chere Ghana for so mampenye Kufuado arene. We see total valid votes a wujina so ka se warene no. 13,434,574. Ye kwaye nkonta wankasa waye no o declaration ni mu a o mampenye Kufuado arene. Per wankasa wo figures. Percentage awodi ama no enye correct. Assumption why say the Techiman South nyina ka ne ho a still candidate Mama Nsa ne ho enye correct. Kwansi ma de achen ya na wasan so
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And also total valid votes are o de bu nkunta ka so mampenye Kufuado awe ne yesen a. They say the 13,434,574 biem. Almost say 13,119,460 na figure na sesa. And no ma catch Ghana for nyina gie di say oh ma me ne yemfonso wa correct ne mfonso afeye Rajon Mahama e the same way back court yes ma meji mensa be kire yen emadodo a wugina so di declare say Rajon Mahama rene a correction na nado arene a correction a oye no 10th December and no na Ghana for mu nyina magie di say no na ye real results no wato atwene paragraph 12 and paragraph 24 of her answer to the petition. Also, they say the figure no, and yet 13,119,460 now can the 10th no. Now, 13,121,111. That is the figures now. Yamiensa. After your call website, also with the 275 constituency summary sheets ago. Obia betimi akwa fa na wakan ne wahu about one nsunsanso. Ne ye kwa keka sie ni a total valid votes ne yesen a. And also 12,218,633.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Results on kwa bro 9 ni akire. Debia esesa. Na eno na Yura Johnson as Edun Ketia eka ho asem say that is the issue before the court, and we are saying say Sawutie ma me nankasa nu mu asem ni figures or the two dwa no na eno ne yesi ye de be ye adwuma de a. Ene no mampenye Kufuado enya more than 50% of the total valid votes. Enunti when ni inkunim enti abusuafo de ne course so court in the court to ahye se ejoda ye beba na Yura Johnson waba ababetoa na dance so na ye ba eno so de besi bia no ye ne mo ebedi hu komoti adam wase
Asempa FM
94.7 Asempa FM soon Ekosiisen Jumedi no asugusu awutie no, and the lawyer Same Jemfi, one of the spokespersons for the petitioner, and mote so de in seminal ba ebetwi mu ama yemududu na nso etimi aten sema Dr. Ayene ekan no ase, and that's where we are now. Sisia nyame adom adwoada and impanyefo etu case at the Ashanti Adwada no parties ni nyina esan aba court na afei said the ensem eteno yetumi ahwe atoa so be wo say ye domo suko kakra na ye di ho nkomo ene de course so e wo court no enti ye beda na ye ho aba ye ba lawyer Kojo upon Nkrumah will join us na afei ye di en sisi a emfa wonsanka wa fidie.
My dear, yes, sweetie. And then my mammy saw, meaning so dumb a pan. Now, a miss by Panam and one Danam and Como deck.
Chino emu mienu antia tobu finance ni mu ama saman eni kwashima wamumu wan ana eji kruwa eni achade kese daso no ya Asempa FM community sports quiz final ebe ya ni kan ya rije baso memeda 30th January January live was perfect. Any Atom TV so and open on Dubai Konia Chasie. Why ne winnie? I'm a summer and now question.
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
Our sort of from the filia home from and social media platforms are hot waters. Hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query a Conco with 3-year lotteries. Dial *787 #. One so bet to me DP Soccer Bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz. Wapia. Mansaso. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz in to finance. Yes! Grand finale. Mantem to see and a shade to Matiana say. Now, watching Quechino. Emumi and one theater more finance in the moon. Amasamai. Any Kwashima. Wamuwai. And Eddie Krua. Any Atadia can see and that's so no. Hey, Asempa from Community Sports Quiz final. Ebeyani Kanya Paso Memeda. 30th January. Live was perfect. Any Atom TV so. And open on Dubai Konia Chasie. Why ne winnie? I'm a summer and now question.
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
Our sort of from the filia home from and social media platforms are hot waters. Hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query a Conco with 3-year lotteries. Dial *787 #. One so bet to me DP Soccer Bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz. Wapia. Mansaso.
If we say a year you may ye na a 2-year was a feature. Ain't it for Zeno tablet? Nama woman Zeno suspension. Said the Ebeya woman uncle. Wabra walk on yari.
So far Zeno name now want to work. Who doctor? FD Arugasa a Gadian Cratray Adia to say a year.
Zeno, have a happy day and a peaceful night.
That was so ne macho Medi Mira. Diana udisa. Hey, na malaria na fahi amuto aware momoni agisa no. Adom malakio mesha ewo hwe malaria ensna yeso nchew. Ye kwa ye test eduo mu pe enyenum adom malakio mesha. Eni gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo hwim ye nyina ho atoye ntam kura. Na adom natural tonic a esisi ha nsu ye. Adom natural tonic nenso. Ye num to ye a ye ntimi nidie. Eno na yanum bi edidi a ye ho tayen sa no. Adom natural tonic. Menya ni na mentimi die menum bie bono me taisa mo ho ayefe pa ene ya mepe biato ni nyina apemfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne kwada wo ni fie dunsi anka ho e wo pharmacies chemical ne herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite there to international school 024 2223 555 FDA ahwehwe sa ejedi enkrato emu age atum se eye
Misika enso katia roba anonso a enso estate 9 now so empowerment semetwati nimetwa ni zuozuo mi twati ya metwa me sochi adi cream so be dwa idie amana easy cra 3cd pa 3cd so dia kwa me e wo bi se mi hia adi cream gumiti ana me kokomu a jai ati dan cra amfa ne ho
Book store hwehwe ideal creamy for fry the light blue asensen wa e sochi ede na ne bo so da fem fd ahwehwe sa ejadi nkrato yimu agya tum seye
Ensuo mankwa ensuo yenkwa nom awake purified drinking water abodu nsuo a eye krojin ensuo na ma wa hodede tena ho abribia kan se awake bottle ba ko bi a wo beto no Ye sika kakra de call National Cardiothoracic Center. Awake purified drinking water. One for life.
For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
Nkratoi FD ahwehwemagiatum se eye.
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie, Samsung nie, Nokia nie, iPhone nie, say your printers, mobile phone, accessories. Franco Trading Enterprise afa our no TV, digital television set, this satellite, any ultra panels, abomuma.
Franco Trading Enterprise. Ewo Facebook, Sauko Franco Trading Enterprise page. Nasa likes number 100,000. Any omunidra. Samsung www.francotrading.com. Android app. Franco Trading. Instagram. At Franco Trading. Nani pabadi for dosunti. Franco. Edi Momo pay code number 189480.
Your branches on the Bebre Wagana baby. Nemum head office on the Twaya Dabraka opposite Roxy Cinema.
Hacho Franco. Any Accra station. Any MT and the DNMJ. Osu Wabe Ecobank. Accra. Opposite Menaba building. And a La Paz and Suye opposite Tema station.
And our prayer numbers in Nani and Chauntum 0246 422 338 and at 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Fie. And you're not going.
Sweet darling,
my beautiful baby.
Pepper Plus mixture here. Ebusinya num ebusi immune system. Abusumi pinyi obia enya ready. Tia siemedo.
Tie Pepper Plus mixture. Enya dwuma ebeye no nipadua ni mo no. Afa kura na ebeye nwanwa mo. Aduro ye ma ye general well-being. Ebusua pomden hu hia me yie. Esene bibia. Ebusua wota nom Pepper Plus mixture no. Won sesika hospitals. Wo save ade ade foforo. Entime ma no mpafie ha.
She, wo ye Pepper Plus husband.
Radio for Pepper Plus husband. Enya won so be ye Pepper Plus wife. Na bono. Pepper Plus mixture. Apen for about more money for ne kwada woni fi pharmacy chemical herbal shops at phone for 0542 778 572 and 0549 297 463. Pepper Plus mixer and my pomodina mapa.
FD Ashosha sa ejedi nkrato imu aja to se eye.
Abra yeguswa de nkabom ekwatia COVID-19 yi. Ecobank ma wa kwanya hodo a wode betina fie. Abo ho ban na watumi de usikasem ahyewa wonsem. Fa Ecobank mobile didra bebia ne abrebia. Se wo Ecobank account ana woni bie. For text message ana email so forma ne sika. To credit, to our bills. Abra wuti fie edwodwo ho. Se ye sika puduo na oni ye didra. For your internet banking no so. Ecobank QR code ma okwan ma ofa abefu sikatua kwan so. Etua ne ma no dwumadi Walker, one for Sikapotin, Entia, Ecobank Mobile, and Neya will Google Play Store, App Store, and I am Facebook page, and now star 770 hash, and will phone BR so. Nasha see Dija, Ecobank, General Ho, Kai Saubama Quine, Adaunia for frontem, Eata Horo and Sa, and Afi, and phone San Kikoanim, Uyam Webia, Fre Ecobank Contact Center, or 3225, Debia, and Yabribia, Wuntiashi, Tnefina Bo Hobay, Ecobank, the Pan African Bank.
Wow. Aha Dania brochure.
Global lighting for lights. Any home accessories for panel board from Sunu. We're providing lighting solutions for Ghana have more than 20 years. We're pay no environment at the side of Fairfair. Europe Niema, the highest standard in terms of quality. Ceiling lights, outdoor lights, chandeliers, wall lights, compound lights, LED panels, spotlights, braces and surface, switch and sockets, wiring cables, and the Kekahua, electricians, and the contractors at the year one projects no will free global light.
When are your friend ultra modern?
Papa B, street lights ni post now. Water one near ma was sunny ama with technical advice and after sales service. Sprintex 027 900 3066. Only Tesco Market Divi anymore. Osu Ari. Oma phone for 0302 769 382. One my coffee house in the Divi anymore. And the Kumasi 0278 744 886. One the Palace Mall and the Divi anymore. Santa's runabout.
Global lighting.
And Kania Pahifi.
21st clinic say eba sciatica no every usisi mu konoa woto ase hono ntina fa usrem ekosi wo na ase hono ebo betimi atutu ama wo ankasa wo hu ba bia enye enti 21st clinic wo mu na ye sciatica expert e wo Ghana ha wo mu de bibiduro so ho bibiduro ankasa ene besa o yade no masa de machine aka ho yade bibiduro ka oni asan de wato machine so ya san ya o massage bi ye wi a herbal treatment yade awono ama wo sciatica 21st clinic na ye expert a wo to ase Ghana ha ba bia wo mo ho enkran domi market wo ho heavy do dan ni mo ho e na kuma senso ahia wudu session so wo mo na nie dwabo so wo mo ho so nyane ni wenchi ni ba bia nkranza 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 na say 21st clinic wo mo ye sciatica expert.
We are former Mason and Asa Tyler. But one day na team ya supemwe. Fise me wasem de Debbie Di Mao. And emre yen 2000 and manin to abra Webako abejaso. And kofata cement biakeke ema yen bounce weko. Yusu Webako AC certified. Ejumeko sen go bain and a woye o man you. Ya parking a kama abone mase be intika krebi etime 2000 be.
Asa FM Community Sports Quiz and to find us all. Yes! Grand finale! Mantem to Siena State to Matiana say. Now, watching Crechino. Emumi and one theater more finance in the moon. Amasamai, and the Kwashima. Wamu wine, and Eddie Krua, and the Atadia can see a Dasuno. They are some FM Community Sports Quiz final. Ebeya ni Kani Arija. Basso Memeda, 30th January. Live was some perfect. Any Atom TV so. And open on Dubai. Who
is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
Kawasoto from the field home from and social media platforms are hot waters. Hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query a Konko with 3-year lotteries. Dial star 787 ha. One so bet to me DP soccer bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Some perfect community sports quiz. Wapia, Mansaso. Some perfect community sports quiz and to find us all. Yes, grand finale. Mantem to Siena State to Matiana say. Now watching Crechino. Emumi and one tia.
Jumedie and wasugusu awuti no yadamunyana as 3 minutes after 4 live on Asempa FM enti mesha mobose yefri Supreme Court abayin some course wo ho no e wo say yedom esuko na yene spokespersons ni bi of the petitioner and a second respondent TBD and Komo. We'll start with Honorable Kojo Pong Kroma ono one of the spokespersons for the second respondent. Here we are Ibenya spokesperson back for the petitioner and so na share in some course of court and na yehusa de nioma ebesi akontimuncha nenso emayen yewo messages ni bi ewa ha mehwe na mede atom amamo but before that no lawyer Kojo Pong Kroma be kan yensa lawyer akwaba na pom to saying
nyame adom obi na so
nyame adom bibia boko and say ohwe how our proceedings ekoye in court from my side no more satisfied.
Very, very satisfied. Very satisfied. First of all, court will corner Sebi and propaganda na politics na we are lawyer BN say and yet they are hearing na Osabeka. But in the end, no, as I do baby, one of the justices can say the lawyers in our bosom. In the end, no, Emrano Esha justices in sa or monetary say peri no kwan we near the first obey and then is here and then Jume die any minute say
Ekosiisen on Asempa
Mampenida that John Dramani Mahama ne witnesses na omo eba betenda in witness statement na say was say ye cross examination ya mame fa enko chekaka that semneti yeto aba wie ye no and a Yura Mahama ekachiri nyina ogana ha se we wini abano na obi peso chinchim nensa na o makwan bobi chinchim nensa enne ma o yindi nkofo titi krom o mo hye tai bi mo ni police for nya wontwe ni ade na mpanifo bebrika se we wini abano no credia onko court no ko prove nti 30th of December no court 30th of December court no afido se we wini abano no when we near Nanado so when we nti abane enkoto foforo asem no ne poso pa no the court from day one near pa kwenya say
Asempa FM.
Court no in community no court never fast assembly a friend issue say so am pass obi en wini abado nti o say court for ana nti sa interlocutory application for one na ade nyina no na ne yeka say
Ekosiisen
wo a wo si we wini aba a yen court no for it should be in your interest say asem na nkase ye be koso ntem ne yehu sampa obi en wini ne ama instruction if yen court aba no for Inti justice no must be done, but must be done expeditiously. Into any who said your moye no, or most or master mono, said the dark court and any meaning as will be until no moyes are in Trekesano. A coco area na court say, and ne na sem nankasi bifiasia. Inti what you for Niabesin Kuni Nabesin, and then I sem nankasi fiacha, and now some say the witnesses Bako Ura Johnson see Brinketia. And was all dinner no this time now, no we could check on Kratason or ban be identified, na court na adopted. In the na first near court and near beside say a fraud, say what to him found debe, she say you're throwing na gun Krataso. Now if you ba, whosoever na why identify, na court na adopted. Na Titino na under financial CI 47 civil procedure rules na. Say or yeah evidence in chief no ana ordinary disem no that's the DNA to court anymore. So ko boss same bisu any so boss so out to me raise the objection. Inti eneno
Ekosiisen
you kuche gun krata so no. Say or identify the witness statement no the to court na court no e adopt ya. Before a court may adopting, to me raise the objection say when for me per se paragraph we if because of say per se we if because of we. You identify 10 paragraphs and Bremuno means to the court as part of the evidence in Tifa and ye. Do one ni so one say the oppressor they court to court and him say a dance no. And ya dia a can't a stamina or the bet to court no and him no ever. And Bremuno say he did not plead in his averment, any of those issues. And he want to me tender what he purports to be evidence relating to Sanya Mano. What the evidence Baba to court anymore? It was said there pleadings no wakan wasem. And only pleadings in Swa would they back court. Into a few dance here no. It was said it dina pleadings no. So what they are dancing DB by in pleadings no so. The one who is a court and a court in the moment to
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
The Venerable Akotuampao or Tony Butcher 10 paragraphs now need to say young munguno. And lawyer Penny Rakachuchi Kata, and also Dinan and also to the DNT in the book. Court no sorry court nasi. Kobayan. I'm so on board do one go ka semikani ka be mi no anambo obi.
No, I think omobo miensa ena eguye in the mesha mo raise objections on paragraphs 21, 5, 6, 25, 26, 28, 30, 33 and 37. And the court ne koba no omo say paragraph 6 and 7 struck out into omaboegu. Paragraph 21 omo maintaining part of the end part of paragraph 25 no omo botugui not just no nanye info into omo bo partner to go and omo maintaining part of paragraph 26 and so was struck out. Part of paragraph 28 was also struck out. Paragraph 30 no entirely and almost striking it out. Paragraphs 32 and 33 were maintained. And a paragraph 37 and so was struck out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And more or less 32 and 33 me no and a court no keep say yenya sama can only nyadwen.
Yes.
Nkaini nano omuni ye ya green ko see baby eyi bisi no ejabi o. Nti say court na adopt here no as evidence in chief.
Yeah.
Afi na do cross examination a ye toto owura asibin ketia ano. Na ye demonstrate say nin na o kan. Bi o wa ye de adwuma nyi bi o wa eni nyina so bi o wa sebi eni asem na nkasa ye kan no ebo ebra na in the end no so here ya na ye pese ye tender ana se na ye pese court no bo videos be me and sabi na ye di bisa na sem na court no man aso te say sabre and na court na nim because any man ye witnesses and a be and I say they are next year witness statements into ye witnesses swear oath na and a be evidence a court na adopted and sana court na to me abo cry the actually and my instructions say next time you be no you be say bit me do ani akwa nti ye de na obi say a enye bibi e court pay any nyai but we are in the hands of the court any decisions are we're making no ye ni who problem because they say issues have been settled evidence no near start asem say na dey bia meka no e ye ba ko yewura mahama say aba no when we need obi en we need. By the way, we are different from the Okachere and Konfo Mamutisi Abontin say we need. Now we're president elect. This is also when we need. When we need obi en we need the whole of you also approve. Into we are saying don't I didn't say more can na into who we are easy for lawyer just na menuvo. No questions about Konfo polling station, Konfo constituency, Konfo region, national. Almost any na. You really a calculator say boom. Na the result ni na go on here say e be say who say nanado onya more than 50% anaso wanya enti o be kan say be say na we ni we go school we adam for thinking wa results no e ho na question e ba bigina enti e de ne so say
enti petitioner ne lawyers ni free say fundamentally no mono ase omo case in court no fundamentally montiasie because na omo cause of action be mienu baako ene say ankombe ba court say result e wo polling station A and a polling station B ye free say bibi chochema e wo they would question the validity of those results and now say ombeba court say the constitutional duty on minor through the constitution yɛ share electoral commission chairperson in sano wanya na dwuma no ama anso mmara ne nti na dwuma no ɔyɛ no ene mmara no boabura enti they are questioning the constitutionality of the work the electoral commission chairperson did and only route mo choose in this particular case enti mo constant reference to in nsɛm mo kan in press conference say you win aba your coalition chair John Mahama na win ni ade no it doesn't suffice because enya no ni issue we court what is in court ne say electoral commission chairperson edi dwuma bi say dwuma na odi ye no omu free say enya constitutional that is what they are questioning mo je ne saying
problem no court but talk back and now who back court says they say leave of the court to amend their writ or petition. Okay. Yeah, lawyer. Sorry, say you could. Okay, question. His Lordship Justice Amegache. Besides.
Yeah, meet you, pa.
His Lordship Justice Amegache Kache say, "Any brofuna can meet you. Document ni kwa no document na eden document. Written a petition and lawyer for EC, in fact, that's an amendment. Not from first, not correct here. Not say a petition. Not say in substance, I did cry a petition or believe to go and amend the petition. I want to be saying, now, we
mistake.
That time, I could tamper. Sorry to support on points. Now, here's my point. And yet, they are working for Abontino. In the end, no court, no, into which a court no settle issues. Court no settle issues, 5 issues. Baku ye preliminary legal objection, no. Whether or not there's a reasonable cause of action. And one of the main issues that court need deal with, whether or not will be any more than 50%. Another issue the court is looking at, admittedly, is whether or not the friend is saying declaration was unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why would the declaration be unconstitutional? The declaration will be unconstitutional if Obia 50% plus 1.
Yes.
And EC chairperson Oko announces Obia 50% plus 1. now okoye Form 13 could issue gazette, then it will be unconstitutional. And would the simple say, you are not challenging the validity of the election, like we did in 2013. You are not challenging no. But who challenges results now or the year gazetting no, and so 50% no, they're unconstitutional. Obi Kai say, and I'll come back to the Kai say. From Thursday, I'm okay. I catch say election petition is the only man you do so. Either so be challenging the validity of the election, and I'll be proved to court and say results no do not correlate with the actual results on the ground. Minya 45, nipa no kobo boy no, or see minya 40. The onus of proof first is on you, so be proved say minya 45. Now if you compare 49 per cocaine. Utimi. Now, what you say, it be at the Alkai and therefore it's unconstitutional. It is a would say a breach of Article M63. Surface also prove say Obienya 50%.
That's true. That's true.
A honor 71. A honor 71. We are then. So open source sustaining who claim say you're unconstitutional. The onus of proof is on you. Into prove so Obienya 50%. Into where then I was all your calculations be record. Now prove say you can more obi 50%. Because already what can tell you pink sheet. Oh nina. Inti kikabo me enhwe. Eye math. Asam no me say Latin bofo de ombe Kenya na be yu na eye math. You be add 275 constituencies and now 16 regions and now 38,000 polling stations. Because that's the only way you can sustain a claim say obi 50%. And so, EC Echo ahead declares will be 50%. In the declaration, no, is not in fulfillment of Article 63. Therefore, it's null and void. And is that not their case?
Yeah, that's their case. And then make the point, say Oshe, the declaration so made on the 9th of December, which declaration was gazetted. What the EC and Obekaya lawyer Tatushi Kata raised the point. Says Basse court name Mamo Kwine ama Mabo video be in open court. Omonso would want to seek leave of the court and play back the video of the declaration.
On the one thing kind of witness statement.
Oh, saying that the court will decide whether they would allow him or not. And
oh, Bema. Now, are you following what is happening in the court?
I am.
Yeah. Where under CI 99, Sebi, any diem, main campaign will be any diem. Who opportunities at the time I will make you case. Now the evidence count. Who didn't mean you back to court in any. Now November. Obedience response we are no court is a open say Okofa Bibi back home. I was our application for supplementary. No?
Yeah.
It was the same thing. We application for leave to file supplementary. No, in fact, first we a statement of case. Who opportunity say we a statement of case. Entity for lawyer for you na this year. Now there was a court statement of case. No more. There was a modicum emra authorities bibia modicum 1 year. And I would throw the also say no enough a statement of case the better court name. And I yes we a lawyer for MPP legal team now you call retreat and a answer at the account. Answer any baby if you would the application about open permission now I court some paragraph 28 now what the now if you put application no be supplementary account. So to the court in the kind. Yeah. Who evidence be a obey now they are back. Now, okay, my responding with the evidence we buy a boy video. We have finance also what I would be a Okafaba.
Okay.
The court is beginning to give you indication of what they would entertain and what will not
entertain. I get you, sir. Your side no would oppose sir application. It's about say omo put it forth.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But time is already it's becoming clear.
But to my substantive question, to my substantive question. Let me say, Osha, the strength of Omuomu case now, almost say, the declaration so made on the 9th, which declaration was gazetted, and no na se omufa sa numbers electoral commission edit to dwana se wo de techiman de ne beka ho a obia encross
first of all
encross 50% no
first of all o man kasa so the techiman de ne beka ho techiman den
techiman south sorry
techiman south den e de ben
the electoral commission in that declaration can say omo de sa vote ni nyina ma John Mahama still on to me
and I say is it the result or the total registered voters? And that's all Justin Amenubo question I will be sir.
I see you don't catch it.
Yes. So at the time I will file a petition no. Now we need 30 months out result. Now fucking way. And when I draw attention say yeah court say rate the petition. Only time say document no crown that into the substance of the other one no. The court will look at it. In that make us we there a mass. It comes back to it. Say okay. O say na nipa krona no from here na nkasa ada no hypothetically what the all registered voters what the chiman start na dey be kan ka ba. At the end that one him say results no so ni kekani na bom yen hwe. Does it change?
From everything you've done in more responses, Nibibiano, do you know the total valid vote in this election, presidential election?
Yes, we do. And the anymore. The lawyer started the witnesses attend that or witness statement. Now you call any abuse evidence.
The claim by Asiedun Ketia said they do not know because ECM one consistent figure. It's been one figure after the other. Mojen is saying.
First of all, I know you're part of Yura Mahama, Yura Asiedun Ketia narrative on person Bishenko for trim say Abanukra result na you said that who result. I know you're a moment narrative. And you're a matter of fact per se. I'm say easy. Nankasa diatum say Thursday or ba penny kasa nano from here. I did think you issue statement to correct it. In substance, Form 13 now and only final one idea Jumano. Say no to say or no diatum say for sign here.
Yeah.
And he say must sign idea no. Na or bona na no from BB. And now may issue press statement and as a press statement na error. Na substantively Form 13 na idea Jumano. One question Form 13 no. Na say if you don't know be na court say into results no cry him or a mistake 2 times na no from back on next day statement no cry mistake wo me results no cry any ma ye no cry nya me ni hu ni say sebe e sheda e asema ye no cry o si na so court no be bua because in the end the results are known no they are known but they be am no kasa I come to the conclusion say in the end mathematics.
Yeah, but if the results are known now, Kojo, which result are we talking about? Into the 9th, there was one. There was a corrected one on the 10th. And the NDC alleges...
And there was a result on the Form 13, which is what goes into the Gazette. Form 13 so what signing?
Yes, but...
If you come and hang on to... Who say, say, or more dedicated about 30 out of 35 paragraphs, you know, to complaining about the declaration. Wow. Because document no idea money friend of Form 13. What signing document no. Or my proceed to Gazette based on it. This all back court now because a minimum result because first day or Kasana no from here. Second day statement who's the one can Form 13
Yeah, but Form 13 then are you saying say Form 13 there no and original declaration we used to the year?
Na Obi election was a bit. He said, "We call polling station near Tabawi, near Kainwi. Now you record it on the statement of poll. Now say main returning officer na near Kasano. 1 Obi na wini abano. 2 Obi abana owini. And yes, a masasano Obi abana owini bia unya 51.295. And not the winning. Into a winning substance, we're winning. Now, me, Bobona, me so will be winning by 51.925. mano na afomo. Dia ewo form no so no asesa na.
No.
Form na figure no wo so na obi wo agent assign mimi agent assign obi assign no. And no is the official record of poll la ye de adwuma. Enti say ukoye petition say despite form now figures no was were correct.
Yeah.
Mimi agent assign will be assign a problem in your or J Mike now or announce man kofo to powder gunu so no. Na no from here. Enti gazetting na ya any correct. We see in the end no. Back to the form.
Ekosiisen on
abe pick form and say enti dan na wo form.
E wo form ne so.
Na why na assign ni? Na mpo dia wo form no so no ye keka bomu a correct na enye correct. Because what same nyina ni say nipa o announce results no wo fun ase ayiribi no. Ofa mic na o kasa no na no form ye. Meanwhile all the polling agents and the required number of polling agents ete hobi na ya kan aba no. Ene ya fill form no. Ene o ma sign ni. Na easy assign ase and no abed official record of poll. Na so what them say but all kasa na no from here. And the next morning or call radio so say or call correct bi on crap no say tie. Enti ye need po win ye. Results na mun ye he ne mfa. They are no from ya na say they are all correct to radio no so anopa no na no from. Now if you say official declaration of poll no ho. They are recording poll no be assign me and wo refi. Enti and I make a choice say NDC 490 say you name results no. The results no official version of the results are almost signed here e wo the final form 13.
And I want to believe say figure na where no so no. Figure na wo form 13 ne so no. And the easy copy here and as easy copy here in their answer to the petition, right?
Well, I don't have the answer in the petition that they quoted in front of me as I'm speaking to you. Okay. But I'm saying, say, so the official result of the poll, there's a form 13. Okay. And then you just no first you don't get about form 13. And I think he admitted, say, almost sign here.
Form 13 and there was easy strong room, no.
Aye.
No, I think I know na omo kase omo agents mienu ewo ho no were not around. Into Ubekaya isi lawyer ni busa ne se omuhu se omo lusu abani nti no mu pie ko ya omo ansign. I think that was what I heard. But the point is say we sign one sign it doesn't stop the process
the law
from
requires
going on.
at least two.
Yeah, at least two, of course.
But before you get to form 13, no, all the regional coalitions are by. So they say, okay, through one by one, about which one they signed and which one they didn't sign. Jobi say, "O petition no what's the man which na so?" And they say, "Nipa no J Mike no kasa no na no form here." And I dey chin no try so your press statement to the press conference are correct na no sign for bio, na no sign a mistake bio. Now said the official record of poll no, they are ya kind assign our agent assign bi. We say and no attack here. Settle Jiwara.
Okay, and I think
the area in the mathematics because even the form 13, no, would upper point out to say there was an error on the form 13. So what kind of CI 99 and a CI 127 and kick on there? You know what the court will do? Ombe tally the fufro.
Okay.
Ombe tally the fufro.
Based on summary collation sheet from the regions, right?
But of course. Into they say, okay, even, as I'm count, even. What challenge form 13? Say, addition on the form 13 in your correct. And only the basis of your election petition, assuming, say, no no more, yeah. Only be a court, on the tally for.
Because
it is a no po attack.
Yeah.
Who attack from 13 no. Now say we argument ni say abra or announcing no na no from here. And I did see in the press statement no mistake wo mu a you have not attacked the validity of the results of the election. You have not.
Because the issues are court not settled down. na o compare it to petition and pleadings na paragraph 26 to 28. I think from Nkoma Yedi, the thrust of the whole matter. In the 26, Neka say, the Gazette notice of the outcome of the presidential election is required to be based on the declaration actually made by Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensah. Yes.
Yes. Gazette notice. I will say if free. Yeah, if you no buy.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. In the 27, Neka say, the Gazette notification contained in CI 135 being notification of the publicly broadcast declaration made by Mrs. Jane Mensah on the evening of 9th is also unconstitutional, null and void, and therefore liable to be set aside. 28. On the 10th of December 2020, an unsigned press release of first respondent claimed that its chairperson, Mrs. Mensah, had, quote, inadvertently used the figure of 13,433,573 for the total valid vote cast. The said release claimed that the total valid vote cast is now 13,119,460. A copy of the said press release is attached, blah, blah, blah. In this purported corrective press release, that's 29, first respondent introduced two completely new figures for the total vote cast in the presidential election. Thus, there was no correction properly so called, since to be valid, a correction of a prior mistake must correctly name the mistake to be corrected. In this case, the mistake to be corrected was itself mistakenly stated. The numbers 13,434,574 and 13,433,573 are completely different, with a margin of 1,101 votes. Kojo inti it throw about some different figures. No?
Court ni tie ni na ne brofo aka ho nyinara. Court ni wie. Wasu tie ni na wie. Asemu a was the court ni bua ne say. So numbers na easy oba penny na so be a declaration no. Team you. So numbers no jina so be any declaration no. Any declaration nko numbers no jina so be a declaration. Okay, Kabumwa. I am pass will be 50% as required by Article 63.3. Issue number 2. Or say whether or not, based on the data contained in the declaration of the first respondent and the second respondent as president-elect, no candidate obtained more than 50% of the valid votes cast as required by Article 63.3 of the 1992 Constitution. Court, let's say, the person find out, let's say, numbers no mujina so a declaration no. What's the thing? So obi 50% ana. Number 2, or say whether or not second respondent still met Article 63.3 of the Constitution 1992 threshold by the exclusion or inclusion of the Techiman South constituency presidential election results. Minoka say there were Techiman South constituency presidential election results. Question a court ni bisa say, so the can one now we fimu a esana na. There were can you chiri. And there yes your lawyer for can you chiri there easy for lawyer for can or say or person find out say Techiman South presidential election results and ne e wo ho no.
So what the count is a sana na.
The news all the count pe who the count one
and as we free more. It change bibi ana.
It's any hypothetical.
But by no will the petitioners not argue say who they count one as we year free more. Dear him now they count because our case is based on the 9th December declaration.
They have had an opportunity.
Dear him now they count.
They have had an opportunity to advance bako pleadings.
Okay.
And yes, so your answer. They also had an opportunity, say, the memorandum of issues, beba. What the upper form memorandum of issues, no. Minim Sawara, now form interrogatories, no. Draft questions for the interrogatories. You see, at the time, na court set issues. Senkadia okay. And no more court ne pick as an issue. That's what they should have.
Uncle back home.
You interrogatories now court no buku you say has nothing to do with the pleadings no they are banned. So questions about NCA and a time ben na mamini who say why mistake and a time ben started and no more call couch no as memorandum of issues. They are who can you be who crowd on your lawyer, they are who can and then nom de buy you. In the end, the almost buy any the idea the coin court tna say no or say yeah preliminary legal objection on as an interlocutory matter into asserting as issue number 1 whether or not the petition discloses any reasonable cause of action. Okay. Number 2, or so kabrofu ni na ria the person find out they say numbers na wo mugina so declaration no. Okay ka bomu a mpeniampa obi an cross 50% ana. Number 3, or say Techiman South result na wo ho no. So the kan one na we fi mu a ebese san banana. Number 4, or see whether or not the declaration by the first respondent dated 9th of December 2020 of the results of the presidential election was in violation of Article 63.3. In the court, Nankasa so person find out okay. Results Nankasa. Yakeka bomwa. Eyampase ubia emiti Article 63.3 threshold nana. And then the last one, or say whether or not the alleged vote padding and other errors complained of by the petitioner affected the outcome of the presidential election of the result. Obitihani you. Yera Mahama and a lawyer for say almost said there was vote padding. Vote padding no in the beef. Almost say press statement no. Numbers no it be in CNE into a more describe and say a vote padding. And some of medical cast or penny no cast no nano from here. There was an error. And a press statement so error and cast a woman. Court in any say the person find out me say, sir, they are must say a vote padding. Any errors are who do a more canina. So one power 1, say a G2, not 2, yakeka boom poa. Does it affect the outcome of the results? Ubi a B2 by 500,000. Was a press statement never out no. Now vote in 1,000 and now 4,000. If I first one, I'm saying 6,500.
Yeah. And I feel so about 4,000 something.
4,000 something. Was a press statement ni muno. Mistake 4,000 view.
But no, and I see don't catch ya say just initial accept kakra mo dia ba afi na evidence na nkasa wo ho to of vote pardon.
Okay, on pleadings no.
Yeah, my pleadings no.
Bibi apart from say initial 6,500.
No.
Unya be for now there ba. Wo de ba, makacho say bibi awo yen go back to your pleadings. Go back to your pleadings. In the court and say, oh, they also want mistake, no problem. So I mistake now, okay, you know. You can boom, fact, say a G2, not 2, you can boom. Does it affect the outcome of the presidential election results? Na Rojo Metro, no, near Castle, and no Castle, or you call a ban or more result, and at the end of far regional headquarters and Sana Air Bank crying. And now we know of any way in the so say I dream Bonibu the team fire candidate one now the issues not have been settled. In the evidence now what you see which must be in connection with your pleadings, you know.
They should all lead to resolving some 5 issues.
How do your pleading and the evidence address
the 5 issues?
Another question. I mean, who can me say, OBA, a dancer boy, a mathematics. Yebe add either 275 constituencies. Obi more than Empire FM. That more than 275 constituencies. Munya results to make cancer and another winning election. Could you for adding 275? A year sampling. Munya results you say another winning election. Yeah. You who say another winning election. NDC for your modi who say another winning election.
John Mahama ne winning.
I'm telling you, say Omunim say Nanado winning election. I say this to you in all sincerity and humility. Omunim say Nanado winning election. Now Nanado winning election now who pink seat me now. February na san line na add the natural say my lord. Me adini na adie a 50. And so if you are couple different figure. Oba yes I no count. Or say I can't ma ukofa 30 man south total registered vote ebe kan one obia enya 50%.
Ekosiisen on
Kojo mami musa me final question ne emfa enkomo ne mrewie and on say there seem to be a thinking in mo camps based on Asiedun Ketia admissions be or in the witness box and you're no petitioner near the adeno. And sure we might see the petitioner himself mounting the witness box to be cross-examined. More game be sir.
Sure.
Okay.
Petitioner Yura John Dramani Mahama Mampenida da and or any petition about court. Petitioner no back or the back court no. On tender witness statement, the petitioner does not intend to provide any evidence on his own to back his petition. The YN is there. What notify court and say and kofobi wa dance here and it may be a omunim a be a dance here court no. Our mama dance here no. A best supporting a petition. Senkayade a petition or no one a witness statement and now the evidence be on no person tender. It does all no beba. And now say obema obi power of attorney. Se kojina manemu within me di adansi. Adansi also nka mimiti no kodima me. Usha 2013 petition no. There were 3 petitioners. Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo, Mahamadou Bawumia, Jake Obeche-Belamte, Nyamemfa ne Krensie. Petitioners no etu baako. So no nko jina dakem. No near dance here wo petitioners ni dimu. Evidence a petitioner nankasa ode kon. Onko di ho dance here. Yewura Mahama de ne petition ko ye no. Ono ankasa on tender witness statement or the defender now the evidence in Yinasoa court na hwem fe mu atan on tender bi you will see don't get here any am say pesa white o mabo me dey say o mo the witness statement be ba no o ma and I say one ma power of attorney to hwe time I so na see don't get here or your witness on his own accord. He is not a witness speaking on the basis of a power of attorney from the petitioner. In the name of the petitioner, no, on na se mo kan was or no na obedi ho dance no. You right say don't get me did say do ho na or no one to me. In fact, it been a court no strike it be out because they are not matters that he's personally sees. And he yet dear says I bre una ode petition aba ena onye krado say one kasa ubetu anamon abi defended with witness statement and I say impo ubemo obi power of attorney na watumi aka wo wasem no na wama nkofofo fro so omumra na omummedi omoma dance ye ne mwawa edu hona se court na esese nyina so e was less edu ba bi no se say don't get ya sensem do ho no de onim no before for eba ye misa na kasem
yeah
tubo say nsem bi wo ho a wo waka wo pleadings ni mu abi anka wo senka wo the evidence tie trade kono e be din say court no be admitted because adansi bi any court na nim anope mi hwe newspapers ni be front page I noticed something minim so hu ya newspapers ni be say Yewura Mahama lawyer or me fail it on baby or me fail it on baby or me fail it on baby would they pay attention na radio because court no kwa it said they will high jump ba bi wo ho e also to me cross o convince court no went to me and convince the court now. Sabi, they are here press conference, they are okay candidate and consider.
But for example, so utie lawyer Amenuvo, ebusa question say petitioner no the petition neighbor court no at the time now all file a petition no now or ye aware of the actual Techiman South result no and I say don't get yaka say no you want me no because I know on any petitioner no. How do we resolve that?
No, you can't resolve it. Say nothing I was saying ka wo would dey asem na ba no. Either say wo be ba na be ma lawful attorney aba no watumi abek kan asem wedi nsi aka asem e wo wudin say now we are aware na onya aware. It was a uti just na many questions but because are you aware? Are you because personal knowledge want to make. It is how they asem ba be down in court. Now una the owners of proof. And that also say also prove with the court no. Wa. In fact, you Mahama.
Ekosiisen.
Me name ni shadow senator. And me in Kasa was say did your court. But I make kind of year. Be impre no first 2 days or back court no. Me nye sure say me hunu wo hobium. But of course, you name ni shadow near there. Ebia na so we two kwan say other issues so. But when I do what my bed in court. Nana Akufo Addo. Or the petition by or nkofo me na de by. Oni wo kra nkofo me no. Ebi wo ho a obegyina mu edi nsie edi adanse because who na was so prove.
Okay.
It say why o availment not time aso for evidence wa woni ho wa mo bi apa of attorney na fi bi se repakro na o say ono de onim enyo ono na oye petitioner na court no is the court going to be now looking for the petitioner to provide evidence for it. See, assembly there.
Yo.
Say kako you didn't get cross examination crying.
Yeah, Monday a better also.
Yeah, simply put, the who say it's been a good day in court. Cross examination not started. Assembly na poto pa num e mobia rape e num na court na him.
Okay.
In the end no, adansi dey court ni na no. How does it support the proof of those issues?
The proof of those issues. Kojo me na say bibia ni e be say di nkomo bio. Kojo upon kroma a president representative or information ministry or no also sign one of the spokespersons for the second respondent, in this case Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and Martin Nkano. Ma yenhwese e be call the camp of the petitioner and so now if you the spokespersons they be no and so Eddie and Komo on some of the issues. Ekosiisen suni higher sempa 94.7 FM o adwen tra but modern say what they be brain obi. How can General Mosquito say you're asking me questions like I'm the petitioner on quote. Gradually we are seeing who has a case. Interesting witness he was in the box who seems to be surprised the court, and looks unprepared. Okay, or say or chair honorable Frank cannot dompre Eric Dankwa ewo dobro and on the way a brain. Let me see who we have here. Dr. Babazamo, master planner or Kintampo. Or say Obi, I was so disgusted to hear Honorable Asiedun Ketia in the witness box as a witness for the petitioner saying that I am not the petitioner. We all know you are not the petitioner, but if you can't answer such simple questions, then you have no business being there. NDC should spare our ears. Okay. Let me see. We say Dr. Baumia wasn't just a witness, but a petitioner in the 2012-2013 petition. Dr. Ayeni should stay woke. Okay, that's Brian Boabin Samuel. And ono anyway a brainty yeah boy and modern see benya lawyer Sami Jemfi ewo ahoma ne soba neoma into me into to mu enti ye behwe se yensa kanoa na yene no edi enkomo enti yentie we emra na afi ye ba we'll be speaking to Sami Jemfi.
Abra yegusu
Tobu finance ni mu ama saman ani kwashima wamumu wan ana adi kruwa ani atade kese daso no e ya sempa fam community sports quiz final ebe ya di kan ya baso be da 30th January live was sempa fam ani atom TV so ana opa no duba ko ni achase why
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
Kawasoto from the filia home from and social media platforms are hot waters. Hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query Sia Conco with 3-year lotteries. Dial *787#. One so bet to me to be soccer bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz. Wapia, Mansaso. Abena bomb. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz in to finance. Yes, grand finale. Mantem Dunsian the shade to Matiana say. Now watching Crunchino. Emumi and one theater more finance in the moon. Amasamai and the Kwashima. Wamuwai and Eddie Krua and the Atadia can see a Dasuno. They are Semper from Community Sports Quiz final. Ebeya ni Kanya Basso Memeda 30th January. Live was Semper from any Atom TV so. And open on Duba Konia Chasie. Wine and Winnie. Amasamai and now Kwashima.
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
Kawasoto from the filia home from and social media platforms are hot waters. Hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query Sia Conco with 3-year lotteries. Dial *787#. One so bet to me to be soccer bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Asempa from Community Sports Quiz. Wapia, Mansaso.
Xbet.com.ch. They use the promo code 1XRadio. Not 200% bonus. Wow, first deposit so 1xbet. Bet BAB or gambling what 2020 wash a year. And yamma wa wundi fie do watch. Gaming Commission ashisho margin krato way atum.
Me bombe sound bomber. Oh say yeah. Oh yes, the Plan City Extension Project is still ongoing. I was so with me senior fear. Now so da ama hoto. Shannon so sending go pram district assembly supported by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, NU and Habitat. What say? Akwenya no da so hofiti ne kopim busumi match. Need the touch with your sabako. Apply now and own a home. After chan. A new council ma refisa obe joining Afri Housing Cooperatives for niche Plan City Extension Project. Free 05555 30300 and 0577 91101. Last number 05570 54635. Website newaccra.city. Plan City Extension Project, shaping Ghana's urban future.
Senyoma papa eba wakwimu a ewo se wutumi ya hoboa emma enyoma ehu hia te se wo hwehwe TV remote entwe wadwene emfree enyoma papa ebetumi aba wakwimu enunti ena TCL edi P715 TV foforo no abetoja TV a wo sutumi e use Google Assistant nakasa wo beke gumu bia no edi su pepepe P715 TV emma wakwenya ma wo ye ne ehu hia te se wo ne enkwala no edi agro ana wo ne wodofu bi enya nketa hodie ne hia ne se wo bekase go TV nim na TV no bedi won hihye so pepepe TCL P715 hands-free voice control TV wo benye bia to e wo TCL shops e wo Ghana fane nyina ana fraying was 0202 698 398 ana 0596 913 298 wo betumi akoya website no so e wo www.tclghana.com. TCL, the creative life.
Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven, oh heaven, heaven, yeah, bako. Heaven mosquito quail, bako. Repels mosquitoes, less smoke, you know they break. Used to having insecticide spray, no now won't malaria so better. It don't let a friend with my name. Heaven, oh.
7 there, Eyaba Kope, ne kum tip.
Do not sleep in a room with a burning coil. Leave room for 15 minutes after spray and allow for adequate ventilation.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Yo, when Napa sardines, and Napa mackerel, and Napa soya sauce, yeah, when Napa baked beans. For sandwich, kenke, and salad, try the tuna. And Napa chocolate drink, avanti numbio, ne creamy pan. And dairy cream, so avanti, diania, yet dead. Hey, and Napa, hey, the soup.
Sardine is a vegetable oil. It's best for your kinky or your banku and pepper.
You send Napa mackerel for your soup, for your stew, and your love.
Na spaghetti need Italia papedu.
Hey, Napa, hey, the suku.
And Napa, the suku. FD, I should say, a Judian Katui, at the Atumse, a ye.
That was so ne, macho, Medi, Mira. Diana Udisa. Hey, na malaria na fahia mutu awaria momonia disano.
Adom malakio mesha ewo hoi malaria ent na yeso nchew.
Ye kwaya tested duo mu pe anye num adom malakio mixture. Ani gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo hwim ye nyina ho atoye ntam kura. Na adom natural tonic a esisi ha yisu ye.
Adom natural tonic nenso. Ye num to ya ye ntimi nidie. Eno na yanum bi edidi a ye ho tayen sa no.
Adom natural tonic. Minya ni na mentimi ni die menum bie bono me taisa mo ho ayefe pa enne ya mepe biato ni nyina apemfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne nkwada wo ni fie dunsia nka ho e wo pharmacies chemical and herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite there to international school 024 2223 555
FDA ahwehwe sa ejedi enkrato mu agye atum se eye
Asempa FM Community Sports Quiz in to finance. Yes! Grand finale! Mantem Tunsiana State Matiana say. Now watching Asempa FM Community Sports Quiz in to finance. Yes! Grand finale! Mantem Tunsiana State Matiana say. Now watching Crunchino. Emumi and one theater more finance in the moon. Amasamai and the Kwashima. Wamuwai and Eddie Krua and the Atadia can see a Dasuno. Asempa FM Community Sports Quiz final. Ebe yani kani arije. Baso memeneda. 30th January. Live was FM. Any Atum TV so. Anopano duba koni achasye. Wine wini. Amasamai. Anakwashima.
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Clarence Seedorf.
Clarence Seedorf!
I was sort of from the filia home from and social media platforms are what is hashtag Asempa Sports Quiz. Asempa FM Community Sports Quiz Finance. And you may query a siya konko with 3-year lottery. Dial *787 # one so bet to me DP soccer bet. Your best bet for sports betting. Day by day man from Dream Cosmetics. Don't go next level energy drink. Empower yourself. And a cheesy pizza. Your pizza, your way. Asempa FM Community Sports Quiz. Wapia, Mansaso.
Baby, a traffic light is here. Utakwa musua. Shebenkum, nifa, ne shebenkum bio. Ne shewunu se, ka bia mai, ansan watum. Enyina wajina baby akasaso. Miche mobile phone. Abra wutakwem. Se wutie nyom ana wudi nkomo esan se wani free wo so ketua bi pa obetimi ahwe wo nkwa hyenensom se yinnyina ya sede se ye boye nkwa ho ban ne esi akwanhia no kwa
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
yinnyina ya sede se ye boye nkwa ho ban kodu jojo arrive alive Sankratui National Road Safety Authority in a day bro.
Feeling sad. Only one station makes
Asempa
me
FM.
When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh,
Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Abusia haya Asempa 94.7 FM so sabre edu se Ekosiisen dwumadie ene mpense mubre na yedru no discussion segment mpani besi adwa na sabre ya nonum abapa ho sima eba koino ena yensama yede etop no so yedikan abubo eso ebia interviews ahoro edikan akoso obi edikan edibi abofa toso mienu no yede toaso make say ene Enesia Kumi akwatia Enesia Kumi ewo fi ha sei sada so ena onase so ewo fi ha sei asantimantem NDC amanyoko no deputy youth organizer awo ho ana enum kan sei aha sa you say MPP for the culture say communications director we say communications officer ba we ne the deputy youth organizer your Ashanti region onase se wo fi ha Enesia Kumiso ewofie abusia medin akua boachewa yi adomo frami ABY mejo so ena yensema yede etopono so no ne asie ewo meyase nibia kase Supreme Court edapono so NPP amanyoko no pani a wodi wanim tu franka edema wa fimpinu ene aduonu abatronum mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ene ensemo a na lawyer for ni mpanimfo edi nanim ede atopono so adansidie no a mpanimfo hyeye adansefo no mra ene adansefo mienu ena yenim sempanimfo de wodin akọ Johnson Asiedun Ketia General Secretary ma NDC amanyoko no ena Dr. Michael Pesa White onso ni din edapono so bi ene General Mosquito ena ejina adaka mu ene ensem no de eswani ensew kache yedi ka twetwe ho nkomo ebinti empanimfo atena sie na ye kajagum na ne ebomo ye de aba ye de aseda no so bi ma Agbeveheba Center Mona Super na Mona Cream men wode abadwa so ye ka Mona Super esem na ya ye di dware ema wedie no ani da ho na se nkaboni bia so ebo wedie no mu a eyifiri wo ma obi nka njo se honam kankan ye de bi wunya Mona Super ebetu ase de ama wo chese vifiri tu kakra bi bom se scent nurse sa wuhia Mona Soup na cream ne so de sra amawedie no aye kama honam sardine wona usene no ba bi etone aduro bia kwa Mona Soup Mona Cream na Agbeveheba Center no ankasa de Sotium last stop hono a na allergy ene mpadimfo nyina wo ene yokodu hono ma ya wie bi a wo de bekono tu ase na ode ayaresa mam Amponsa ifa pharmaceuticals mpanimfo so FPAC en wode abadwa so FPAC ayeken se utifa ena ye wo ye utidwa gagaga pa ebusia FPAC unya bi na se wono mu a ti yade bi asa honam ne tutuwo FPAC efritete eyenti ene ye da so wo hono mo ya mamfo so agiatumu eti se honam tutuwo bia tipa ye bia amponsa ifa pharmaceuticals FPAC yode abadwa so ena Ecobank Ghana edu isa amanfo tete ehwe no na Ecobank ejina wona so ye kan Ecobank a won services na doson ene yesa o masuku kromu ena nansen usa niema nheda nya yi santisika no de nkakra toto breso se wuhia no akofo wade Ecobank so na sa wudu sika nya to ho se kru bedia dance se sika no a wodi ato ho no bibi a wobekose mihiam sika anytime ni yedu sika ama enye kona bra bia Ecobank Ghana opeska krabia ahotoso wom eye Ecobank ene beboa 21st Century Clinic de abusia sciatica yade no sciatica tese ntini no a ebo eba wo to ase ho no mo no saade obi ya no aka kyo so ntini na atwe webekọ ye wo woni agbakwada agbomu a ye betumi ahwe ama santini mu yade no afiri ho a 21st Century Clinic and what chese what they say experts e was sciatica mu yade bi e ha wo no koho na emum ne ma kire na ha so de a and odiduru ho no mo anu ya isa ene kita ho no and ye wo Awake purified drinking water esu papa nie Awake mpanimfo no wode no wonye pesami nkuminya etinsuo no we wodwa so no utobia ne atisika ni bia to woni aboabo ano a ebre so a na wode kọ Kolebu Cardio Center ne de akwa boa woni a wakoma ho atechima no ne yɛde aboabo ne aka nyinaa wotɔ a ne yɛagye sika no agu yɛbɔtɔm nanso awake purified water deɛ wɔdwen adasa ho eti kae nsuo a wobɛtɔ na wayɛ adɔyɛ tɔ da obi wɔn ma oyi ne sika ma wosuro nanso wei deɛ nsuo no a watɔ no woma ho adwuma na woyɛ no awake purified water du baabi ɛtɔ nsuo a kasa opɛ awake na papa yɛ so edi akyire ɛna rockstars roofing system yɛka rockstars roofing system abusua yɛde bɔda so ɛyɛ nkyɛnsee yɛde bɔda so na nkyɛnsee yɛde bɔda so no nyɛ ne nyina na ɛyɛ ebi wɔ hɔ no mo a wotɔ yɛ wode bɔda no so a esuo tɔ ya na hu no na nne de ne sene no rockstars roofing system deɛ sɛ wonya de kuru da no so wie a afei ɔhaw bi ato atwa woda wada sɛ yɛ wie bɔ dendenden sɛ esuo na ɛbɛtɔ sɛ deɛ na ɛbɛsi o rockstars roofing system de wonya de ho bɔ woni a wawie uni how bia ana heaven insecticide spray ene ne call abusua se entontom na ha wo a wohia heaven insecticide spray ene ne call no call no de usosi ho na edru se wo beda wo de spray no kra na de be spray atwo ho sima kakra bi betumi asa beda entontom emmoa bi akasa ni wo mu bia no ene ebeyi afi ho no mo e de ama abusua nnwuma yi ane nnwuma bi aka na ebo ye chidom ame de ekosise dwumadi ebrɛw yenko na me mampanimfo akwaba na yenkagyanwum enhyase midin akua boachewa yi adom ofra mi ebiwa majoso mpanimfo makwaba
ya me de ebi
boko de
adom na so
adom mama fisha paso
afin komatu ma nso afisha pa
afin komatu ye fie so
mo doge na adoge na me ya
David na so campaign na say why nso nyu visa no
after election no campaign
losing party now
I say adwuma no gu so den o de ne ye wonya mreda wahu eti after say mo wie bibia akra na say party no ye adwuma wo mo hu
me ye adwuma ma me party
nusu
your party ni jina ne na so
nusu hu hie fi say o chekoda de na che say na ne kai say we wi to pepa
sa pepa
that is boko there protection nya gro K95 de ne che say ka ujina wo ayi o theater nurses no kura
mining site
mining for no issue K95 and no there's a protection at the man so protection at the man esunti
but breathing difficulties
but I think this one is quite comfortable than the way
sir
no K95 no difference so musa wo de no yi bi bo ano ye obi wo no ma hwe mu ano ene webututi na ndie mu ehyepa be yi na hwene nyina ye mremremre kama we know wa nyiro ho a ka se wi am ajem frama so a wanya asem
it's never comfortable
especially ya ka se butu ya
I mean obi onim ni pa hia wa na so wo twam akọ tenye se enye o kasa na bi obeti anase na kasa no kwasesa
but say ye kasa ye hwe data no so far nipa enye bi and from your region baby a free ba no kra de na ye kasa ye yi a enye ye
ebom
because say ye beka say enkwada nketoa na esei konfanochi
onye kasa kwa infected them more konfanochi na
yes
imu
who say first one no before Christmas de no ne na empanimfo no kan nkwala ne de asa won new system ni to me eso ano but this time se nkwala mako 11 ba ko afiri mu akwada wadi 11 months so enya bia na che se no oye wadwen so de baby agra na kuma se o mo hye mask ne de
as a mask you see I could do be shock I said who the ma free krana na hye kwa just sapanipa adasa ni chew as wa hye mask
o de ma free kra
so the ma free krana na hye no just sapa chew as a dipa da seni hye mask no so they make no enye comfortable o shade no you are breathing wise issue to chill sign like a mouth. I say when you're so smart, you don't have that self-confidence. Everywhere in the crowd.
Ade utu na your chon be chiri.
Obi address pie shepe.
Oh,
obe so obi hu say everywhere na ebe. That's not dress here. What do you say they have?
Emma so hamo. Emma no de na chese nya krefi say imagine say watete neti yabo wanim na neti so atebo wa ante say wo cover so na wo so kata Emma no de
akata ho fe nyina so be just say Emma smartness so dey papa say what dress what show suit papa bi na say we jejina mu na say wo kona de we butu wanim wo twem ko mu say o asoma si kwa de be twem because the suit yin so ebe no ahye ka onya na ka onya nkamfo kakra ye dey
but eno na make us say we say yire ye ho if Ashanti region make us say onwunyam for Simon say mensa te task force bi last year so mo hwe say wo a wan hye ye chichi nipa bi po eti say na ya say je gum di a nya ba le hu
ye ko chi no say na ade so na ye ko election time iti na politics nso aye den asan bigent we ya wa nkofo ni bi kura ba say na wo be ye be man nkofo yi omu befu so mo nto aba adanya wo enforce emra na yinya ya jatum no. Then the fact also remains say they are not at the initial no I mean to date I'm for quite doubt to date you nkofo a omunji di kwasa de no ho because say ohun say nipa wood da bonte make us say no hun kan na busu ni bi hun kan obi no mo
to say obi ewu nkran no ye chichi
ma no because malaria kra hun kra sene COVID-19
and yeah somebody for education
no and shut down I mean kuma so no ne ni de ebi wa obi kwa ko gina dum de obetumi akai ni padodo a ehye mask no na de ono kwa hye mask no enye ne papa mu a obehye na odi eyi no ato na no ho aje se ne hwene kra no eda ho se ya nti no ho no ne anu na etumi fa ko no de ye kwa de na eche se udi agokra so de obi also de wa hye no metin sense
o hye no wasan hye
je se ni si kra mpo no edi
education
is ade ade de
I mean quite
bebo mpai na yakoso educate ho na
nkakra ya
the rate at which ekoye no ma nkofo inu so monye be titufu a omonye bi ono kra omutumi nya omutidi mu kra na ebi enye easy so some of them crying recover even though dimpa na moving na fi hospital or the fee say but dimpa na still na no the side effect no and two dear we feel say that enya bompa say miniaba me macra me two mom school I mean for 2 years me did say em say me promo no be share because ehu
into omu ofia obo mo ban ofia
there is also omu ofia kakra na yen hwese dia ade nyina ebetumi aye mo ale to contain ade no na
emu ns yen hwa sem fi court na yen hwe ene ne esi ya setena ekoso Johnson asiedu nketia ejina adaka mu empempenso ampanifo edidu ye sabre yenwie ye nyame ya adomo a Monday empanifo besan atwa so somna yenkoye nim
ebi yamfa konya isu nchia ehwefo ne atifo na menchia oni production team nyana sanse efia de me amefia na so me ba afide isu ache kakra sana wa onim no na asema obisa yi asema me de court nsem no me hwe ne ekọ na edu me bia na efa bi ebi wa ebi yesre ebi ye mobo ebi nso kwa ya reho na metimi aka se owura chachuchikata how a lead counsel ema petitioners no ni pe bia ni advocacy good me share a kwan of aso bisa ne questions ni ade a ekemia say oyade o share ne records ni ade nso historically we produce at the bar ni cases are listed ni ade a o mane mu nso e wo mrase mu na so asem a odi enimi de me de na nka me face say anka nsem fata so de ne ho kwagege sa nsemi mu isan say eni die a me de ma papa no ene sana nanka me so no wosoro na ebi me hwe anamontuo ne sana court case yi kwa eye me ya say obi ti se sa de ne ho akwagege asemi mu na asa afiko ade amanfo person mo twetwe no
case no hu ni say isu ana sen na hu na enti hu ni say nka enwo so de ne ho gigim
so the way adene kɔ ne de wo hwɛ trimupo ni nyina ni trimupo so wo hwɛ trimupo a di case na chi a nye case bi a kamia yɛ sɛ botae papa bi si omani so omo kwa ko wini ana se omo bibi omo hwehwe se court ni be dead deporting bi a ebesesa bibi amaga na fo hu se we na omo de kodan court na asesa bibi na sana ya ne bia ye kan ka me say the omo hwehwe nyina ye in the eyes of the public opinion omo hwehwe nipa dom ni ana so omo chita fo ni be hu se yaye bibi se ya court akohwehwe bibi na yaye bibi because I say o share nsɛm a ɔmo bisa ɔmo ɛne sa na ɔmo bɔ ɔmo nkuro ɛne sa na ɔmo ka ɔmo nsɛm na ebi nsɛm ni bi ensisi so on fiti endra ma share sana frustrations a yero achachuchika tako mu ɛwɔ court wɔ on say ade no ase from endra o share ni pleadings a o making ni ade na advocacy o ye ni nyina I say o run away from the stricter sense of the law no and o pleading for the morality and what ought to be etu tie ni nsɛm keka ni mu a now shene ne nim dia wona na tim said there be asemo ya tukusie because media me face say sometimes you quit when the applause is loud so I think papa ni onim no kasa be dem me person ko de no be kwa jije but oda kotum enti na otie omo lawyers no e kasa mu ni ade a akoye mpo atwa ne kasetia ne asa omo kenyina they are running away from the substance of the law tie ne near course or a court or share first respondent a council any second respondent council objections are raised anyhow consistently court no and as a judge for no try say be assist yera chachu a man drawn attention senior money bisu say in accordance with the orders of the court in a day ni sem ni bia na say witness statement ni bi ni say na matoto nsem no ebi nsisi so original ne na so kasa ya defended the bififa ha oya na judge we atwe no esi ya direct no oya na justice talk on no bisa ne say who are you blaming here in this case are you blaming parliament or you are blaming the commission you are just offer ha ne direct ne esi offer ha ne direct ne esi na kamia say nyese onim non case na kasa omudi akodan court no a case bia is a bad case and when you have a bad case no matter what you do know in terms of law no na afi no you obey to say akwara na say obi a wonim hwe na waba be gina court no me de asem na ba be dan court enti ebi wo hwe enne sana no ba ban nsem a ye de dan yewura esi edu nketia na wo hwe anu yiye bia on say at the beginning of the way no proceedings no obehwa second respondent council no yewura akoto ampa ebisa question bi say it is a siano na yere edu nketia aba na oni any power of attorney to speak on behalf of the petitioner no or a simple witness se kobane se omu bisa no question bi na ekire na adwen so a anase fa petitioner ne ho a obeden ya no yere atatu tenin ho danin ho kasa ya se oh papa ne de onim electoral processes ne ho adenti bibie no fa petitioner ne ho a onim amu judges for no kwa twin na adwen si so se there be he cannot purport to speak for the petitioner. So ntimi ma say obetimi hu petitioner ni trimupo, especially where your man any power of attorney say on kasama petitioner no. Enti ebe sadie no enya ade a ye receive nkedi abetimi aye. Also case ni call n'anim ebra counsel for the first respondent no. Eye lawyer Menuve bisa no question back. Also say enya no ye petitioner. It goes to confirm the decisions of the court. So some of those things almost striking out, were indeed necessary. So almost striking it out because nipa no witness statement. Now she will be a year receiving ketia na. Enya dia obetimi approve sa niama no. And also obetimi akasa fa sa niama no. Na de omwe fini say. You see near striking it out mudi na dance no mu nsem a na ewom ni bi eyifiri mu na na. I know na make kan wan say. Na no reason am penim was say ontumi nyia no nti anasa omo say any relation bia would make case na da ho no no e be any relations to what they are pleading and e be nso ho no ma ontumi nyia no nti omo strike certain portions based on say ontumi enyia no baby ogina no ono ntumi enkasa to wait because no any petitioner no and e be nso ho no nso a any route to omo pleadings no it is strike and also out So what must say ha enti eno na make say ni nyina ntonche no hwe omadwen ye omo say eti say 2012 na Yere Akufo Addo mo court no once a Saturday na Yere said in Ketia be job bisa no question be you and I were not there no didi rough no blow cheeks no tutu say man call for court no this time around you are the petitioner and the burden of proof is on you and he has to discharge it fully. Enti anya agro na court ni dio kan ni de no be gina ono ma obi na de na asem akọ court ana omo nso NDC for kwa attach omo to the case no enti no be gina no timi didi ago other than wanti you and I were not there so agro na OD 2013 no. You see this time around the onus is on them and they have to discharge the burden of proof and don't timi be gina emfa nya man be di agro sa once afie bisa no question ni bia no that ho no so he's not in the position to answer no person there send be fa baby no person ten no especially even the video confrontation on bisa no e two person chem say baby a menumie enye court ne ati sesi a menumie no de we are in the media eti ya nhwe sa de no
de hene ya nhwe
Yera Mahama press conference no one make his declaration one ka say abani the Ghana for ato no ma to ama na wini one ka
but or you're wrong so be ka say me this ye kai me kakra won kai ya ntimi nkai no
on ka
dia wo de wo kai but ono so won kai ono amu no won ka sa but on kai so say
video na man no hu ni credibility no hu ni smoothness level anya go no mu di o court o sana me catch this time no baby ogina no enye the same as baby na ogina in 2013 no 2013 e dey sana na make no that time no dey not in be 10 no ka but this time no ono no allege. And some of the things I'm alleging, they must prove it. And it's over now, na say confronting with the issues. Once I for year calculations now, be do baby, I'm bisa and say it is okay. Can numbers ni goma. Obetimi aka say abano enye Yere Akufo Addo ne win ya what in your kind. O say one mark say ye ba be another election declaration. No more ba say omo ba be enforce a constitutional mandate. I was a first respondent no execute ya 1 year. Then I don't know man for rate and court. I don't know man can seek for administrative remedies. So here upon Kromani Obi interviewer on we once an Obi san or can was some I didn't know man call on a rate. So what I say, oh but na so be now na face then ya gross how because as the general secretary of the NDC so putting numbers together na ye bisa say numbers now are there no o are there show say why and they win elections now o say one ba be declare election ma o ba say mo ba be chair commissioner no ejuma na wo say ye the constitutional ejuma na wo say ya 1 year enunti na mo ba court first and am second way cry wo mu issue mu cry be the crust of your matter and say mo person court no so e declare say obia ending kunim. Eti sanka okika numbers ni bomu no na wanya kukuduro no ahwe court nenim no ahwe nipa tu na waka chom say on the surface of numbers na wa otena wo na obubo mu na oka bomu no e ampa obi ani nkunim ebia no so say eno so nya refie na no ya refie ana numbers no obubo e no need the cumulative figure no so na o figure no
yeah nti no ogina court no
so no ya no so the pay no ogitum each of the numbers obisa no from each region bia no ogitum say sa na te enye sa owie no mo ka chen so onkeka ni nyina mbom ana okeka ni no obisa ne say figure ne yesen onti say ko ba ne say ugina court na bia office say etise na me ma betra ya me ka ne media mu ka ne sa ne dia ene mboa wo e honom no you have to adduce evidence, you have to support your claim. And in some no court no choice with edu be kwade you be saying say okay the other witness will come and attest to it. Yes, it will say now he was not in the strong room. But say as the general secretary of the NDC, don't they have copies of the documents?
But NS nipa no strong room hono ono so ye one of the obeba as a witness
yeah.
And the entina was so kasama
no so obeba ba won so woti honom no sabi adwuma bia woni ra adwuma ye party for call field o mkoye nyina ebedan yira jombodu ni party mpani for more head office enye sa sabi ye wi document ni fa ngu ye fie o ye de bra ye party mpani for eti ye bisawa based on the documents unko for koye adwuma na omo de brɛ wo no nti na obɛhwɛ omo starting ye bisa ne sɛ osma agent for omo koye say who training agents who yes obisan all the leading questions and stand over into the conclusion. And now you ask yourself, say, documents so you can speak to the documents you have. That's a nipa so strong room, no so bad. The questions are also the confronting, no they are confronting. It here be me there, and now share munsem kayemu, now share mutimpo, now share near course or court now. Many there, misusu your money there, me face say. Also, manful say the motive of the NDC is not against the elections. They they want to appeal to the conscience of Ghanaians. Person busy sa petition we so edibise bisansan ke kan sambi tangentials na emfa substance no no they busy on aka say asuma sikwa begina court no ahanum no kan say ye mistake ho ha ye say wa ha etiene no che say den ye wia ho na there be. It is san nyama mu ye ya mu ma mu chitafo hye ties eye nyama ti omugu mountain so wa abontin mu nyina na che say enye eni nyina so bia na danko dada doing just a Ghana for na omudi atem because enei no the course or court no utie mu from lawyers emesi witness no na some kan nyina ne say they are not challenging the validity of the elections. And they say ebi na sa nyama na omu ye na so mfa so ne sen eti na omu ye sa de tia wan eti e na nkomo chitafo ti omugu mountain so ana omu ma kan so ti omugu mountain so ana nipa hwe omu nkwa aka sa sombo no ke vinke de bo hwan oh eti eniama ni bi wo ho no ma yewura ese ni nketia ene na pamfo omu ya omu hu se ade a omu ye ne omra e okoma na okogina court na afiese famra no eche ye kwan a fa so ewini election na ebe de ama eti ebi media mi hwe anim se court ni ko na anim no especially Monday fi Monday ko no we sure say you boss some of the video evidence ni ade no mutie no hu nsem omu kan ene ne ya omu ye ya me feel say sa 5 determinants na court no e de atudwa say obehwe so de abu asem no by the time a court ni beko nanim e kwa kodu mre a wo so obu asem ni de based on this 5 metrics ni de sanity bia no na che so mo asem na ya asem bia enkosi hwe it say sana yen NPP for no ya come from the beginning of the petition hearing no
yeah that's say ebusia kumi ena yetene nka no MPP amanyoko no communication team member ono aso ena ogina e de pray ewo emrahebedwadwa ema MPP ewo akwatia abato empesa eso onase se wo ha se ye ne se udumu asantema ntema deputy youth organizer yo honomo eno no also ewo fi ha yene no betros na Henry Mensa apode ya wode aba ha kra de sento kwa na akọ na ha se we de ode aba Munkaila Jonas said yes say what way Africa you say bi wan ene ekoso ewo court honomo se ne asedu nkatia enne wosi display wo court honomo se eya ahomaso se ye de benu me ne mpesa meka nyina ne se court ye court suban bi a woda na di wa abonten no nya de se obetumi e de akọ court Michael Srim sai so de ye ode aba wo se akua me ntwero hwe san se minim se wo nkan wo ntwero hwe so watwero wo se ne mpesa meka ne se NDC amanyoko na ye se obi a wokobo ball na ball no a wokobo no onimpa ye se enya de se metumi awe ni ntimi wo nitima ne se ene se mbo draw ana se bia metum bobi a na manfo hu se mabobi eno ena omode enamu wo court Francis Osei so ede o se chese we nye about say ye sign forms bia o total vote cast ene ye ka ho asem ene valid vote cast ena ye chese abano eto ye no ne nipadodo okoto ye ene mma no ne ye ya gitum mu emu asem ne ye ka eti we enye hwan ne sign form bi asem ene ye ka ne ho no mo Peter Mensa master planner so de ya wode aba o se bi wai ye ka General Mosquito or ye epitome of wisdom chese adwen ankasa ebi danitim eno no woda na di e wo court ho e ma manfo ehu ye no eno kase edu won so se wo hwe walanya kwatia so de ye ode aba enim walanyo si ebi wai mamenka asemba akose nsem bebre ampanimfo de to Johnson ase edu nkatia General Mosquito animu no dodo na nya de se wotumi eyi ano ne nsam anu wo ka so onde won enwo wonyama mpani dada nwo no de asem no eba ye se okase onye petitioner ne dia ne na ne opeso wo kire no no ne no wo ye na adaka num na obi aso nim se ye ka bibia na ase nya wo dia na ogina adaka num ye den no kwasem an na eda di ne se asa ndisi amanyuku no nya ndisi amanyuku no ye mampani dada John Dramani Mahama na di asem no ekokot walanyu osi ase wonumu amwa wo hu eyie chia DC setofo subren kran ye wo denchemo Emma me papa walanyo akwatia so de ya ode aba no no abelenu nwa so de wei efiri nwa na ebaye wo se emfa ho ene ne mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ebeye court no asem ni wutie se ne wo music kan nyina se ne tie bia penifo beto ensem no agu onase so mai na yenkoye nim
anyway na wencha watifo
bia jo
answer me kasa no me pese me issue a disclaimer and say me lawyer I'm for law school in Kubi them say me new NS akwatia star boy or a lawyer there he's a lawyer there okay you know na be you be say chachuchi kata no painful kabia asemi yesha asem na seno na MBP4 ene omachita for say o NDC any case ye kobonkru keke in fact the bidum kwaka say nka asem no kwa de ye bopre na nanka ye yi afim eno kwa ka ho na ma ye easy file ye applications nka ye strike the case even before the start of the case Yakopon Chadi ye didimwa and ya shase na me wo disappointment kakra. Well, I don't know what I say. It's because of 2013 the no na ye fufuro na ye hu ne seso na ebia na no so no the lawyers na edi animu no the caliber of lawyers that we had in Tinama are no exciting. In fact, when we had some of the judges like Ira, His Lordship Atukuba, sitting in at the bench, to be almost a tempest I call Srokayana or the Baquantum, na them when you na ye na at the Syria day. Now, but even when lawyers at both sides, Ira Chachune, Ira Fepadesen, tempest across no we say na or the backwan dey atum. I think that humor no that intervention na boy a calming tension no is missing this time round. And basa na
yen tension
some of the I say me contempt to moon too can na me be some of the others that come futu be a banana I say before the kakra. So people think say I say tension kakra heading but no can be an American na exciting. In fact, it was very exciting. Obi a person di actually until no na ye wo odi obi anama e wona na mikus kuria nyina ba mu na do you see your size? And I mean those kind of new maybe need di agro no na man kofo kwa ni eden edi case no
ba sa bre na mre ne emra ma ho kwan e ma my friend of the court
so it was quite exciting.
This time and maybe on more
and no we share the caliber of Philip Addison. I mean take it from me, yes, he gets emotional at times, but what you say you be a the na ote emrano ase na ne kasa yemu no it excite because lawyers dey say you can fight minim de benye humumu a oye lawyer lawyer de ba ko a o se kan ho no so wa no te wonim mra na wa no so de tumite na otumi aka wasem ye ma ajagefo no so na tumi ti wasem ye na o ma fa so afa adwene enu nti no o share this time round na yewura akutampa bisa kakakra minimu de maybe so comfortable baby out no because yes, the easy lawyer no, to some extent, no, you're good. I'm a nouveau issues or you're better than.
Then now they can say lawyer be a good, they flare no say or you look.
It's not about even the flair. Some of us novice, teacher, you see, time with that number, the judges have to direct. In fact, there was a case about Tamana or make application about Yura Etidun Ketia. Then the judges say, you know, so bad, no person or come a fat Yura Etidun Ketia. No, I mean, it took about close to a minute or more. Then a judge says, so is that about the credibility of the witness? No, yes, the credibility. Also, then say so. Or say, okay, then it's about the credibility of the witness. I mean, I thought say these things. There may be a lawyer of his caliber.
Who say a hono ka say crazy say the nipa no the credibility one sem na
no only crazy.
No ono one ka say maka wo menka say
no. It's judge you can say any can say. If I judge you can say okay so are you trying to say about the credibility of the witness? No, yes, now. And then say so. No, that's okay. The credibility of the witness. That's the reason why your person bought tape now capture the witness, you know. Saying say evidence NDC are winning. Now is saying otherwise. Me na kamfu ano. Me gidi say ira chachushkata. Said the ira NS kumika ya no. A show class. And easy because you are the petitioner. Also, we share with beyond every reasonable doubt to say, oh, in us so. And some of us are idiots, you know, we are loving it. To the extent that me name say, Ebia, the respondent, the first respondent will come back to cross-examine Ira Asidun Ketia. But if it is that 2 hour, for instance, a cross-examination course or paradia, I'm yet to see, say, Yura amenuvo etumi enje Yura Asidun Ketia Emma case ye babe call yisi afa. Because those questions that he asked were basic questions. There were questions me gidi say and shed that a moon doya expose Yura Asidun Ketia. I can so based on this any performance of Yura Asidun Ketia, you know, NDC has lost the case. Me have not seen that. Me need to better Baba cross examine.
Enye we so na omube
gina or the witness statement Baba. We bisa ne nsem mienu bia eno no momo no cause ke expose you educate say e din dem. Obeche so ade we ya you educate ntumi amans and cry say NDC any case. Now our case has been strengthened.
There na am case na
I case na say me say o share there wasn't any particular question me obi say we say kete we nya answer ma no okay say it was
question bi obi say na otumi ya no
obi say biara nya answer ma no the nya no
because from near wo kan you know me so kra meti say ne ye nyina na ye hwa ye ti no edu baby e ma lawyer kutampa mpanimfo kan sem bi say we nti e judges ni po bi na kan ye meba judges ni bi po na kan say we a question na ye bisa we bi wo hono mo a wo se nyew na ye petitioner no ntumi nyia no enu no e kasi ni enti a ye strike mu nsem ni bi wadanse die ni ye yiyi bi free mu e se bi wo hono mo a wo ntumi nyia no
o te say judges na kan when say ye this witness statement ni nyina e ko no we were accepting say ni nyina and there will not be objections from the MPP.
No, me I don't know what. But when you say assembly any one my bisa na went to me and
asema baby why asema bisa ni say yewura Bahama nsejofo ehim dia oye ya asema okan ye no say na me bedem wo nipa de timupo dia na we ni timu a o de beka asema no but ubisa ni say na oho na press conference ko say ani he gave a personal knowledge of that. Apart from the debut, what Bisane say? Yewura a year Rojo Betonunu, a sign, summary sheet for Ashanti region. Was no Bisane said, those na mini ho, and nothing ye far witnesses too. What you see, it's not bad. Some of them is a court case in a work court, and they are evident, they are documents to show. So allow us to proceed. Or say, In the strong room, no, we have 2 agents. Pesa White, Roger Metenunu. And nothing near fat Pesa White. I can't say, oh yeah, your friends are witness. Wait, Pesa White bar. Just put that question before you because on the or and Roger yeah, so science one sign that you know. Don't forget, say, in our witness statement, we've stated, say, there were some of the regions in the summary sheet. Our agents refused to sign because 1, they detected there were errors. 2, they had issues with the computation a course. So why? Sherman Parliament non catch also Papa na sign and I was signed based on this and this and this and this and this and a by action. So what is it? He was not there. There are 2 witnesses. You will be supplied with a witness statement. You will supply with the exhibits in here, you know. And no see court no. Oh, you may be no. I know quite everywhere. It's that simple. It's, you know, I'm surprised. Say, or more agent so I hear was say no tino na die. Look. Now, also, next kumie kasa. Okay, so you're I said look at here in 2013, you know, now making mockery of himself in court by using you and I were not there. But ABY, when me the politics, me you say they introduce that phrase you and I were not there in our political lexicon. And say hey, you're first about me. Yeah, but you and I were not there. Was started by and when not or yet petitioner, a petitioner himself who could mount the witness box. No, I can't just say you and I were not there. Yeah, that was also credible. On no crowd say or you're credible.
And that's all you know that come.
Let me just say, yeah, me say, one no petitioner no, na no witness. Now witness I can just say petitioner no sabu na me ni na adwene. Na many personal knowledge of it we say no there metikwa pai ye nti bi da but there won't what here and then no bo otwu mumumi no you and I were not there. That's how you even celebrated it about Umian. You are so much happy with that. And you know ye enjoy sad na ye for me I've always said it. Look, ubenya lawyer for me no afani afobia be kan answer be na say me esi Frank Davis akasa ya opon akasa Pujo Pronkuma Bekasa, Yatira Samija Kasa, Yate Dr. Yina Kasa. The advocacy will continue. But at the end of the day, no, we are expecting, say, a judge for now, I say, Omumre Yamre, Ajibre, Etina Asemisono, will not see, say, a waste of time, and I say, a incompetent case, said the name before, a can if you say, to the extent that Asemno Ashasi. A judge for na jibre atena so e ka no ye worry shemu say ye beka amana kosewie now the obi e hwe ne say
mo worry shemu say ye nwi na ye san koto aba na ye den
me ye worry shemu say run off beba ye worry shemu say run off beba say dia wugina and you see the things that we are so na error na error enye hwe error no be correction na so na ye can just say nko bia betumi ayebi we are running a serious country. Institutions paid by our money with huge security here should not just be celebrated for errors. Like I say, it's just an error. It's just an error. Who says it's just an error? Now error will be correction by 4 times. Now you besides say issue. Let's settle it once and for all. For me, the good thing is that the court of public opinion pay participate. Obi a hwe de ekoso obi a tie de ekoso because dia be metia bia da mentia se kra no is different from the obi nso ono so hwe bia ono so tie bi ono so ntia se at the end of the day no the personal judgment no is left with us to make say koyo say anko
ona se senye se na mokano a nipa bi hu ne se da bi to ho no mokọ ho se ye kwa manipa hu se yakokoto ye kwa mani se ne wo kan wo ankasa waka se ye hwe animu se enka ye bewie no na run off so o se anya hwe kora ni fa hwe koto
ne boni wo say e kwa me ne kwa ka asem
me ba na o ka se mu wie ye nhyiamu ahodo e koso se utie lawyer Fan Davis asem o kan ye fa mu general secretary wa Abraham Penifo ebisa no na all chire reason tia wodi ejina court ho no mo a se omo fese omo da eniyema bi edifa ne ye famre kunni ho wa abato ho a na wo say electoral commission di ye adwuma ye omo amfa anya adwuma na emom enye election results na mo be ye ho adwuma wo se wuti nsem bi say ya na che say reason ti amode court na eya ye bibia wo
emre kunni constitutional the elections sense nyina ahye yisi nsa a kwanya yisi was of also a declaration of elections what kwanya was a chese enes kumi ena edin kunim and I say wadi jo se ubu sa ehye no so a as a citizen of Ghana and you want said there so beboa e ma pepe ya eden. What is so wrong? You say we had declaration on the 9th of December. No? Figures now with the 12 months. Assessa and pray I would do N9. You say to the extent that some of the corrections the crowd be the corrective mistakes inside crossing mistake. To the extent that the agents nanka was and also more party agents now no more a cobbing criminalization. You see, so there's some court. Or pay justice and ameboa justice no it comes in several ways and of course a political party NDC nguye ye be so contest elections ye nya lucky na se mami a would tina anim so be a impeach no na so no na samba ba be 2024 elections anima na ni timi ya ni the too much you feel say the oye nyina no from so bi ani ho na se yemra pon na obuso no se obia ma no I'm holding no accountable to that ayina the oye na obese repeat bio.
Yes,
the why no everyone what dey me say
impeachment nyina bebem that
I mean my say incophobia started a file for impeachment against him and I won't be. Okay, now this would fly. I think I can get a copy for you. They say, Obi one say the same mistakes now, na was repeated mistakes, no. Now next time around, ABY, now now people would have settled it in their own way, which yempe will marry you. And you know, young court, say. Adia no se mpanyimfo wie na se ye judge fo on ma ye dis to be na show won saka zo de oyeye no e famra kwan so na ye ne kwan so na ye a next time na so da ye ho so ti se ka zo no dia wo ye ha se die etomra ene mara no bo abura ne ya mo hyehyɛ ye ne hyehyɛ e ba ye nyina no eno de o se mu ye na musa sakrem na eye ne pepepe na ye yina koyani ye de get declaration ya wo ye die na kwan wo buti ko na san koye elections ni bio na yem fa kwan na tin and there's I know feel say it's never trivial because ye o marry ye hu bi ye start about to nyina ye ni fie di ye Rafajan abreso ye hu bi ye ma me shalto sa abreso ye hu bi we are seeing it for the first time na ankoye ba ku in a space of 3 days na assistant bem premier and 9 and no it give cause to worry and no yes say ye hwe ne nyina no ye moa me giri senka MPP abanyuku ene aban wo so boy abaso say ye bua me atrete ne oma ene ti do say court le tina si wie na omo se ensem ne de bae no e wonyina so na ye dibem na se kase ye nkoro anofa we are ready and we are hoping that is how the judgment should go.
That's it. Abusia Onassis Kobe ene atene nka no NDC regional deputy youth organizer ewa Ashanti region ena yate se ordena sem atudwa no yemfa seda ema enapa foods ye kan napa foods dia edoson emu wom sardine wom mackerel wom dia bibia ne wuhia bia no na pass ye provisions de okwati woni a na chese wayira ukodwa so na beto mackerel beto sardine ye bisa enapa mackerel na chese wade soko products ni nyina se o spaghetti o pede ni nyina bi wom ane ye wo Hepa Plus mixture abusuan de esa wonum a ahoden a wunya no wo ye adwuma a wo mre Hepa Plus mixture wonum a ahoden na wunya eti wo a wo ye adwumaden bia wo hia Hepa Plus mixture wo ye adwuma na se efra no fa kosi anwumre wo nhome Hepa Plus mixture ende wonum ya na ama hoden sonko wo nipadua no so eye ne kama Franco Trading Enterprise Adaroma phone papa pa fie ene ho ene wo de Franco TV abeka ho Franco TV no chese papa Franco call ye no me ya ye TV Ghana ni no se mo fami din choso ene wo de ba ye eti se Franco TV si wo dem a obi adu ho anu se oje Ghana tum Ghana ye bibia buji tum na ani no shirei sound no so ejijim TV a shape wom kama ena papa Franco wayaba smart TV enye etikopo dabi phones no so de say Samsung latest one e bi aba iPhones e bi wo honomo Nokia phones papa enonko an wo de ebedwasom so ope home appliances bi aso de a TCL say the creative life brana virgin wo honomo say ye fridge say ye computers de ya na pe bi o TCL unya bi omo ene wo TV a chese ensembo ne kasakora atimma ne so nti TCL ne yema de waheda ye no original ene wode abadwa so dependable Adaroma Adom Malakio ene wonso wode aba sa wukona akoye test ne ye ka che se eye malaria TD ne hawa na wabeje Adom Malakio no ene etu malaria TD ase prekope enye malaria duro no awonum ewomu a na asaba dabi se dependable Adom Malakio na wonum a so hu se atidi aduro abibiduro ba ko ane etu atidi ase eno ene Adom Malakio dependable herba ede abadwa so Global Lightning Center so de enkania wasi udan yawie na lightning system na fe na wo ya enkania etum de hyehyehye ntokrom na so obi hu ba bi akania bo ene mfa nkania mo bo ho bi pie ofia na wetua na wutumi de hyehyehye corners sa nkania ni bi asem na mekan Global Lightning Center eho na udura enkania modern kania ena wogie na de asiesi ofie kama Ernest
baby
na watchi o bibi kan sa na yakọ ye nessa yi so
ma men kan kakrampa nsani bi amini yi kan yo na sometimes me wonder say yenuanum NDC for no almost shadow ana say na mo face case na yenyina yi follow no say bi pay attention oni say omopon court insensem no mete Dr. Ayini anayesa no mfre no pepe mete say all kan asem bi say ene utie witness na eye resi edinketi ha ne nsem odi tu dwa na after obi ehu say om case na nye MTT say sana yen ka no na utie minia ona so asem o kan wa ha o say ene witness ne nsem oyi ano no hwe cross examination course na ono de osusu say na chese omo asem na nye MTT sa eti obi sa ho say na chese mumu no naturally one kasa mo doubt say mo asem na empty ana say den because uti asia enye ye o hwe nsem mo de akoda in court ni right from day one the way they are struggling ultimately say they are just using enyama to buy time because she determinations are cost or court ni nyina so far o the way na court na abo egu na so ko review you so ni abo 9 ni nyina o mu nyina abo atogu still no ma be gina bonti no mo ka asem fofo Etiebi say na make an it clearly say our intentions no are not say omu ko siki for declaration bi anase bibia e won su so e wo 2020 elections ne so contrary to the minia yi can say anya no e was say MPP for you appreciate say omu boa ama pepepe yo say bibia pepepe yo ne wen ade na nchia ya o tene na yeden na samba kwa minia kan ba kon say ohwe a lawyer for ni bi ene sana omo kasa ye breo ne sana omo tu omo bo kasa na osi o omo delivery or form ni ade mama kan se mi cho ebi na na ka yes na ka so mo modern bo na no nye delivery okay o so mo modern bo e wo for
performance no
on performance that's delivery
o fan we no for performance
o mo performance for e bi hwe enye anodin ni anote wa ni sa niama no ane determine niama o me kai se eme interrogatories asemi bae na minimini ebi din komo ONDC no say ni ru achachu de share but technicalities of the law no kasa no hwo na make can say minia yeru achachu kwa de me ya say one more de na be gina simpies jojo ni sa because I interrogatories na no sikino any kwan offer so de hwehwe sa de no no anim say emfa body by time e dey waste obia time ntina na oye sa de no ewi because e dey na dia court ebua 7-0 also call for review and yes be a 5-2 ye mpano nipa 2 beka 7 ho a 9 etu gidi say sa nipa 9 no emu fampo betimi asesa o madwen e dey bua ma wana
baba ns wo okra no wo gi ho ntete wunimu se eba se owura chachu wo mo ankasa mre ya musuamu no o kosiki for sa review na akase o dey buy time etoda mutumi mo cases ni biba na mo site cases ahoro a ebrisei we siye ema lawyer wo ginemu
president
prayer ma sei ne kosiye eti anya hwe kura no se ya anyi na desrede na ntumu kura no a da ache mo site cases bi a eno ka ho ena nke yeyi so a ewom se eden se judges nson na omu nyina ase da bi ye ntia ase ne yedi mienu be ka ne be yi but se ye sa anye ye no o be ka ne se no dey buy time ni nyina nkam adwuma no
ne o kan dey kam adwuma no ba me ncho se ye ne sa kwa se da chi obi be site keke dia ye di echi a obi bibi kitu e obi abekọ court se ye dey build case law na da chi bi obi a site keke no but we ono nkasa nim se proceedings na ekoso no any determination at court because unim court na so keke no mbo tugu say interrogatories no at the time now o peso tie no omuntie omuka oze dem me fa a question obi say na meche emuache no meche so kala hwe dia ma me kofa asase no betu mu ne say was onasinyanto o kasa metina asedi I don't know how ye be ko wona o kofa asade no betu be kasa
onasis ho ni hia kire say so obi be kasa ne ewu ye no ho ehia e wo court me nya law ni bi ba so follow a so bibi hu hia ade bi omu ye bia no ebi ye disua ade ebi so wo munwuma ne se ne make wo de adwuma eti onasis man kan asem ensiso ntremu na
ebi te me mecho ne se sana me nu ebegina ha o si obi mbo ne ho modern ana obi performance e o low na o kan wa se
o de meba onasis se sha se akasa no ka se on de wonye lawyer wonye law enti no wo say wo asua bi nti niam bi wo no mo
lawyer e bi nyanto ba se em fan for ti asem American citizen so no see obi performance I be say enye antics no ni literature na oba be jon hwe mame ncho I to say so for awo Kenya mesem na wa quote scriptures akoti scriptures nya bisa o say enti nia wo ka enyina no message no anything na for jon so say o Bible mu maka eti enye ne fese ne feso se keke se obe koti case law na wakeka nse adane ho akeka niama okol obi mu tinche a eya mu fe keke se ni akwai de oni ona sizawa se ye se eni akwai de wa le de wa bin pa
ona se kasa ati asemo kan o si je se no eloquent
say na make caro say meet here and I'm just say no nche say we limra o so I say it is so be na koti case no so say ye you use literature dey assembly da now kwa now be service for kwa na ebisa o say it is assembly ne papa no anything and na empany forecast as empire den 8 year eti nya sa ni ntwa ho na okane ade no no se no ne o nasis fe ana e bi mo so fe e mo fe say eno no na e lord e bi mi nya nto bo ase obi betimi aba bi kwa no po apododo o de tobo mi nya tobo tobo de amin kama asem wi obi betimi aba bi kwa no po apododo so but the explanations and then the cogent argument ne gina mra no so a o kan wa asem no e bi kwa na one sentence pe no beka but the sense e gina mra so ntino sa asem no etimi ma court e den e declare ade no e de ma no eno ne hu hia enye sa nti na abehwa e na ye lawyers ni pfi abontia na mo say it's not about the theatricals no enye sa huhudie ne afefedie ne nsema obekeka ne history asema debi it's about whatever odia court no and how you are substantiating it abema ebeto judge for na sum say wasema de be down wo nyina so eno na ebetimi am na me de me sana make no me see fi sa time ya kosi say court ni bebu asem ni de o hwe standards some that two or say and determinant factors some that two or say on be gina so e de bu asem ni de a me de meaning say by all means no bibia na say tuo be kwa kotwe ne de na ya bo asem na to agu
ayo abusa for egu so ewe die so asempa 94.7 FM me enchiasonko nkoma Sergeant Bright Anyeno ene Corporal Eden Chapno munyina chese ene mu na ye program na bom ye ne mu na ye program na bom chese ye program na bambofo kora no o techire tie tigode onka ho Sergeant Bright Anyeno ene Corporal Eden Chapno ye mamunyina ajo papa enyumre onasis asra me o se nya no te wa se mu wo de ye fa nu ntwam na ye tia wana ye ko
tia wa de say isi ya wa je to say contrary to the normal kasi ye ni nyina so no ye twam isi mo say ye nyina so asem no bi akọ e mo nko na kra ye ni asem na kra ke sha ase na na yesu ani from say some books na mo ye nko na asem ni nyina so bia sisi ya akọ ba bedu bia ya sha ase ye di asem omunyintum se bia akodui no ye be call the full hall of the of the trial na adon the day no judgment e be den e paper
okay
nti no na person be before ye dey egitum I say you waste time ne dey I mean, I waste time say. Emra so no, there are legal strategies. Obi the befa so, obi the befa. Said here, ye peja application biya na even when it's not your friend is objection is not required, no more objection. No legal strategy. Will anybody say they are wasting time? Why are they objecting or applications are be raising? In case come open in tema, all my judges in rule in applications, at least or more legal arguments no more advance for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and so no. And also take time, and buy time. It is almost open in terms of BBR. Can you write true every event say or issue application and so or can be a money go through a yamra a send a yedi. Nabedu sabi ya babidri. Ajaje phone wo so mutente no mo so no eboaye na asem no mo my judgment adom the day no ba me hye yura ya kumi ho say ye mpija ndc sem ko ye bebuga asem no
na ye sana
ye be dabi ya kana ye say the asem no ye bia ye
asem no tuo nkotwe ne ye tre ne de
but dem person
say asem na ye mo anan
ye bebuga asem no ye wi ade odifo ebedi for the odibim ebedi bim
for the na make us
na me the run off is
1 minute na ye nkoso unse minu yi kasa na utie ni kasa na careful o kan bibi say court na o mo koye no eye pa so mo na be ya o chine bi no obi mfa kwan foforo bi so I think say also correct and sa dream na e hye yenuanom NDC fo bi team about sa revolutionary thinking no you are rolling squad oh no tobo never again so we bet just how dream the power with the team say which other way we dede ni ade ni nyina na we eche ye na mo call ya bi sa no Dia mo ye any time some share. Na be na we che what for court. Court no you can't say adientia muti mu gu mo so. Eti fashion mu say Sunday one they never again say obesi of Ghana memu a. Say man
Abusa for Sempa 94.7 FM so enie yegu so ewe Ekosiisen. Tani mayi mo afirimo. Onassis. Enes mayi mo afirim tinia mo kan nyina mo hamafo. Mayi mo afirim. Mayi mo afirim. Madam Asem. Abusa for yanko yasem Onassis. Onassis.
ties me ade o asama nyina be gina port na yubisawa
abusan for mama ya nto so ebepon Onassis nyankwa na ate ha kasa o adan me kasa won hwe bani madan bra nyabotre abusan for court case dey next week ye to aso ye koyanim but asama ye de ebetwa to ene asem foforo bi e wo ho so a ye de ebetu apo eye mampani dada John Rollins na wotwi na ye ya abawie ye na nka eni se ye wie bibia aba na nanom hemfo ye wo anlo won krata wo de aba ne chese omo prepare for another funeral e wo ho no mom so ebe ye omo de efise amamre ne amane kwan so no niema bi ankose ne onmu esi epeno eye ne de ene asem foforo bi e wo honom na ye mfantu apo Nansis ye nkwa afi de mahu se abodwu aba
me asemi na kabaye ma agwen se mbese be ka ho SMP efi se me the first place we ma busuafo nyina yakọ ne magana fo nyina so yakọ o ye founder me kai as far back me na me post picture bi wo Facebook. I remember me share politics at the age of 20 na era a year Rollins ba Sefi also constituency abe campaign. At that time I was in Sefi so na as a young guy, I mean those times so there's a Rollins you know see era Rollins ba na me ko share be baggy jeans na just say me that time it was Kofo's second term. That was 2004. That and I know you should slogan so far so good. So I had a placard with so far so worse. And then the other one with Wafabisi for Akotabisi for. Yeah, I think Wafabisi for. Then led Ira Rollins all the way from the entry, the entry of the town for close to 1 hour. In fact, at the point it could be not traffic by not pay for the bazo, if you coin. So when he spotted that Ekosiisen, no fee rooftop, no signal, so mama mimijina nanim the car nanim. So I had to lead his car for well over 45 minutes. And anyway, there was the antics and a comma a TC in person here. Those were the days now. Sabi o tise Rollins and in pebu efaso with the passage of time and with the way politics went about some of us got hurt along the line, especially with the NDC internal issues, how it was handled, the way some of things were. Yes, and they said they are coming when they say nimpewu no nimpa na kasa kra no wu nti ada na enkanepi, but some of us got hurt nti na Emma, a little bit difficult. So maybe you are die hard this and this and this and this personalities and on and so. Yeah, Senechi, Sadi we had Ekoso because you say Papa Notiaseno or a traditional man. You mirror Rollins never shy away from speaking a well language. Papa no. I mean, a gathering as when you say, and a Kumufu no a year, Asana, he sometimes joins or try now on no just to obey related with the away people. Don't forget, say, what shall I say, for Christ, because when you're going people even doubted, say, of water region. So the family, Abuti family, had to be identified. In fact, the mother had to be identified. People wanted to be sure, say, we're Ghanaian, and a month for a year, a month for the name I make crown, and when a chick crown. So we all got to know, say, oh, it's from the Abuti family and from a friend, And that is how the roots are. With the funeral, sabi minim sheshaya papa no bi ye. Me enye menene daden owoyire owabusuya. Minim di oka ewo de chise bia se nyankopɔto nsa frɛ na be say no se koso a. There you know, I want to believe say the state alone, yes, the people have said we should blame the state. Say I didn't think that there was so much dominance of the Ashanti culture. Yeah, Kumasi ni the one I'm saying say formative say yes. So we relate much with the Ashanti culture. Yeah. I'm supposed to be happy. Say at least that a relative with me, was so much showcased to the world. But the other people who also feel say, Anya Shekrano, Nkamuma, Ninkrofo also no, and Chibi Kakra.
Here for Nanka was a man and Crawford Chibi.
The blame had to go one, the other school of that blame the states. Say, at least in state planning, because all that you are told, the Yakachi and say, not a statesman. Or minor and a G, a year, a yentish shayano. Your mind, but on mine also I share on Quadratum so your bushia. To be sure, say on mine, share no, what the immediate family, which is the why the case, a factor, then the extended one also na ye baby ufino, especially when not or your henny, your bon, you sit on henny, your friend is saying the Anglo traditional council, and into no. That collaboration, preparation, any idea consultation in nano. Wasn't Kaede.
But what's in and none him for so war Anglo. Omudi and say Omumle state ni because no more representative war
planning committee
no so more national no more local one. I just say of an Victor Behu was so my name sini one more. It is a bit teach man. Or no mublemu and not the state.
It's just a convenient way because me sure say why was Arabic talk who not giving them the feedback planning. What they can more proud knowledge of how they planning what they've agreed on because he's supposed to account to them. It is Arabic to be voting at least Arabic is okay. The state that agrees say so and so I have say nebeba say hana mo better. That's say that then 3 day your friends morning more that's say a moda moments was most be mo bobre ewo ye na say ye the say na e mamo is it the case say you all these things were agreed rather will be some powers somewhere decided to override those agreements
but if near who can sanity and yasuma Kobi Kosia name ewo me fan say asempa. Oba asempa no ni empani for the suma wo say ukwa say ni say no. Wo bedu ya asempa say yanyintum. Then sem yes yenti ase na yes nka betwe ho kura afim say ene me ko fi say ni empani for suma no.
This is sana papa ne kan ya na because from what they are saying they all coming to
me kan Kosia ni secretary na ye ne kasa ye ne say. Because ye sheda bisa no a state in Namblem no say there be your name sini no call no from the initial state as me see your announcement by no and your friend penny for no catch say there be yes I was say your announcement because or your hene and no mo be patch it won't be patch we no Victor be who was so I say information be or the be fe ye no ma sign eko asante eko akobo otumfo amane ye ho so mo fom ye fi say nanke wo se eniema koyi na sabre no se na Victor Gbeho ka ho be no de omofom ye ma omo ba ho ma omo bo omo ka eti your question na the question was enti Victor Gbeho mbetwe na so ana o se ndie ya mamra asem eti so be blame state na ye
me say is convenient it just so far because see from day one the indications were there say one they want to step your friend said that I'm not a yinankasa na ewo hono because say one from so ba esi mo afre mo aka mo apam acho asanto so mienu e ma no wasan bo ho ka na che se miensa ne impre nine so ne de baba bc even what was their correctional measures or mode to abonte because say Igbeho with the Beho daso na onye dia sene fata. I think they should have had a correction measures to replace him at that time.
Exactly.
Because from the way they are saying, you know, the omo can I say, you have to be who ekunaive with the state in the years ahead. Rather, no, omo emphasis on in most states, you know. On the above to be because on the conveniently, no way to be the abono. But me just say for me, why? I don't know, me soon more than a friend say. If a chrono kasane tao da hono, umia. Now the so na pro they should no say I don't know we to be home to me take a decision. There's a committee, so the committee are taking the decision. Now say call or more favor, the committee takes the blame for that.
Yeah, that's honest. Yeah, sorry to a point.
Ebi you nipa baby wa me nyina ana yamani enso ne yamamre mu no se obi to a yenka na chi ensemone na se na yera Akufo-Addo kan no on a balance no history will be kind to him, and I feel say sana yera Akufo-Addo recall baby a ofi ni baby a one ni bedu ye won a relationship mu no na hwe niama papa ne de na brabo ye e wo man we mu a me de me gi yera Akufo-Addo statement ni tum say on a balance no history will be kind to him. Na sansem ya ene akoba I say a pese essay sa beautiful ceremony oman ni abusua no ehyehyede ja yewura Rollins kwan no obiye ni wa obetimi agechim say it was a beautiful ceremony. Na mo pese me bisa asem say nipa na say nkofo a mo protest sa de no anasa ahemfo a protest say on pese omo so mo ye omo ye no anyem bia mo be ye ni bia na omo amba
da bi omo amba
oh okay that's not okay matebi na ni nti am bisa sa question ni say ye grow bi o be na say wanko bia untimi nka say bi agro na omo go ye no say efe o ana say enyefe so say bi because me ya say son of mine ye nyina ye te fefefe na yetimi wire ye ho bom na ye pese from time to time no empapa mu ne ade ema ye mu no se ya ye kwotwetwe sansensem we de be papa ye mu e de chiche ye mu koyese ye ho no afedie ye papa ye mu ama ye se we fi ha na eya hadwen eyie nankasa mu no eye yi a obi enim se enam abrabo a papa na bɔ ne mpempenso obedu ye nti no eye oman asɛdeɛ oman so asɛdeɛ no oman na nkasa wagye eyie na bɔ so sɛ ɔno nko aye eyie no omuti funeral planning committee ne nso no sabi minia yi kasa no akwete sɛ yewura papa na bondi no Victor Gbehu pe ana ɛwɔ so Baba Sha Ken Obi and so was so Ken retired Agboti and was so until there were several people.
No.
Yeah.
On cran and say no Musman is on fire in Philly on behalf of Omono.
Oh, sir, no, dear. Tea, one maybe. So what I say. Sabi say Yaboja near foul be as chairperson. Now one ma. Now men are me boja now. Metimiaka say Minia will nurses in Tinema as chairperson mount. It doesn't change anything. My entry sa niama we no fa me say enunyam ne niama fefefa ya ye die ja papa no echi kwan no me eno na ehu hia me sabi senka ofi say ahemfo akese efi anro ne ade eba ye ni bi anoma ba na sabi omo agofo mo kan sempo agrono mo bodi echi no agofoma no edi na echi no mo boni ade no odi asa no odi na mamra etinka ofi senka obi betimi esi ne kwan ana. So when there is a needless comparison, I draw between Saturday no bi kobo kete wo hone sania momo ken nyina no. Me dem me feel say entwa emfata. Sabi ye bodwa na ye to nsa frem penifo say omomra sa adwa bonase a. Obi aba e kwa mfa so de ba sa adwa bonase. Enti se wa mma ho a me showcase wo dia. Me stress we dia eni die mu a omoma sa asem ne ntin koda. Ana sabi nso oya wo de hye. Wo betimi aka sa wo pa Opeso hold a year in the 10th time. Edition nipa ne nyam mfe se emra bie ni wa ebesi wo sa nipa no kwan. Ba sa wo kwetwetwea de before de nsem ne ade be hyehyem a na afe na akodu baby a na say tribalism ne mpapa mu ana afe ne ye me to me no. It is very 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 needless respectfully. It your best stress say nananom no some person ye Rollins a ye biem e woni kroma e quite down me dem face say you right akwansie bie ni wa si kwan say betimi aka say ye de share na ye next year ko betimi an anniversary. I mean they can decide to celebrate almost every month. That is their choice. But sa comparison no ni entwetwe nkofo meshem any blame ni ade ne sa say boapayo utie mi nua ikasa na chese wo say ya ne de bedan aban. But me dey me face say aban na motu obi a otu concern eye is a nice year omoye dija papa ne kwan ye nyina no ye ma ye ni so sebi me sure say ne ma ani beje they are proud ne efe ni say ye wie wonte say okunafo ana say ne ma ne immediate family no be about abeka say akwenja o mind di ja omo papa omo ade nyina kwan no e bia o mind no amfa kwan paso bana no beti no bi say ana senka nanu sisumi na so say we ne wuya any sawe mama ye njai sa niam ani nyina because to me no it doesn't really help and it's not worth it because sabi nipa no be do some pempen so no na mind say on mind responsibility so obeja wo kwan a me dey me face say wo input wom wo di input ne buy say see ankom ken one of the interesting things anka me tie ya anka me dey anka me som e de sombo no abo aban na say planning committee ni say nanko bia be ka say oh ye nuanu ma efi anwro anahemfo efi anwro no be ka say enhihye mu no ye ma 10 minutes time emma enkofo bi mbesa agbaja anasa omo mbesa asawe anasa omo meya amanie we ewo ho ana planning committee ni eden ebotugu ye sabi enano amehwe brochure ni mu no mihu say amanfo bebre short tribute edekoye sabi omo short tribute dekoye na nye ni nyina na solicited but ebi mu fi mu akomemu ebi mu ye entertainment industry for ebi mu kwa unknown persons omo short tribute edekoye eti whatever contribution na ye ma me nom ni ye papa nom ni ya himfo efi angra man mu no epese ankom so mo de kan eye no media min susu ye mu no fa ne say e fa the blind side of the committee ni krampo they could have still made sure say almost no contribution person di shame no ankom de beko but kamia say there was no way they were going to attend the funeral and once someone your margin some be attending so there no money your margin so omo de omo ani bedi echi eti ebe say si aye say ye we a omo man koda na emu no some person mo ye eye foforo e de hye ye papa na anu nyama eno so ekwan da ho e omo de hye a omo timi tu sa na mo no na ye ntwe ye hu mfi sansense ba me fi say going forward no anyo no kwane mampani a ebia watena kwa afoforo nso ho se be ya omunya some lay down procedures bi enfanto honom me ma adwen na mechi so what I say elsewhere
if you say nye ni edikan ni
enye di edikan
Professor Mills
there sa me nice so
ebusuan for say ye beje e wosi esie ni wo ha say we so see e wosi esie ni ha say ti
watena bi na anyame ado no na asesa be di ade a na afi ono so ebi obi anim say asantimemu no try eti bi asantifo be gina boss so
na se be ka cho so mu se
they say omu im so chebo be di ade a ache say mri won anim what I say yes until na se mfa ho nje sa no me dem say we should rather have some laid down conventions so say ye be some we bin so ato ho na at the presidency no say ko ban say omampani bi dada bi efimo a these are the lay down procedures na ya fa so ko esanse na no mitie ye maami Anita di so wo sister station so na nsem na o ka na enyefe ani die mu mpese meka se na etan ba be bia na ode ne nam no na it is quite insulting chese bebi o twetwe nsem ne nam ase chese ya ye papa na ye ti sa akwara bi twetwe mpanifo na wo fam twetwe okunafo edin be mu ni ade nyina sa niam we no enyefe enyefe kra wo se ye nuanom NDC for no omutwa achi sabi sana obi wu a yenka o say
don't introduce politics into that.
Oh, bisa no say me bo anye
o ka say NDC for also omutwa achi now what do you mean? Is that the position of NDC?
Okay no wante maame no then o ka wan ka say de omudwa ne kra na papa na oboni ni tobo nyanto say o say enye party no because the journalist asked him say na say mo party penin say also no kra de mo ni din kra
the party payment me ni pa no kasa ro wan kasa wa NDC dim
no kasa wan dim
o am friend wa obodi
What are you
One
saying?
more anything is also.
None capacity is saying.
But so she's not a national executive. She's not an executive.
So
she
also
didn't
a leading member of your party.
It's different. It's different. She raised a personal.
I don't listen to it.
But those were her personal issues. Yes, that's true. The party was never facted.
Yeah, the party was never facted.
But why is it not?
So is it your position or the party's position?
Is it not position?
There be another position.
Is it not true, sir? The planning of the planning.
No, I don't know. Is it your personal position or the party's position?
Is that the fact? A fact. So the party.
So if I'm speaking to the fact as coming from you,
we can ask him. Of course, you can really say if you may, but that is not the party's.
That's not so much a party, Naja.
That party is gay. Party National Deputy General Secretary Otukono came out with that statement.
So if I'm saying this year, why are you running away from it?
Saying no, see.
He's not making any correction.
Reference to my men or your friends, not correct my violence. Has never been stated by the party anywhere.
Oh, Cassa or can be fan, no one to
know. Make cannot do us any train. We ain't make catch the way San Semna for air cannon. Okay, what about Tukuno, dear? And
that is a truth.
Oh, relax.
That's the truth. The truth is that the NDC was not facted. NDC was never in the planning.
So you are complaining, are you not?
But why are you new coin? Say you found
that someone more can and send me.
I didn't remember from mommy and tell you so.
Sorry. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Maybe you have to send from one. See, today, son of Missy Canon. Sans a minion Antono, your best send penny form some lay down procedures be end to form. Son of bear that we can avoid all these controversies. No, na Obianjin to say a cobanis will be demand penny, not to a choir was a faso.
No. Yeah, that's it. Abusia NSC Akumi ene Kobi Onasi sena yete o monkano NSC communication team member MPP Amanyuko numu ene Onasi so deputy youth organizer ewo NDC Amanyuko numu Ashanti region enchasonko Solomon Jangma PM ya wo ningo pram assembly osaye constituency secretary for MPP Jasin niabere no ho Jasin ene Tim Jangma Poku aka ho so ya aka ho Tim Jangma no ka ho Tim Jangma enjason kona omo ede mawom sada so na ya set the way free Austin Texas na eba o si ebiwaye asam no yenya hyase e court ho no mo once I see Dunkati enya afro adaka o gina mu nko ade ne ewo se ekobi asem no ebedru amyehu hwan ene bedi nkunim hwan so na oni nkunim ni nyina ebedadi na enanwumre ya no nwotwe 8 p.m. ene UK time asem na make London time na make Minister OJ ene live ewo is make YouTube na live no we virtual live adwumu a OJ betwagu na Minister OJ live ewo London one additional studio na akabom virtual concert YouTube ko official Minister OJ enwumre opeso hwe OJ live ene YouTube no official Minister OJ ko YouTube live 8 p.m. pepe London time wetumi ahwe OJ so hu no acha they say London wo hwe boga nti adwumu a wose wode etofom nyina no OJ ede betwa so amaye minua mechia papa one abusua ni nyina abusua de besia sei ne adamase ene mo amutie ye hwe live wo Facebook aseda na enko emfa emamo producer so Dominic isi abo akwakuchum Justin Chiamo DJ Yayo na Queen Star Pokuya and Queen Star soya umami di mami onyome Queen Star Japan madani na MP da Queen Star Japan da chi bi obedi MP ne akeka kono onyama me na so ade ni vision kwa de obedi MP abusia me de mo asimidin akua bo achiwa yi adom nyame adom ochina anopa kukrantu medwumadie so yebesi adwa na court nsam ne aka bia na yede atra so amamo madam asema moniti a munyimfo na yemfa ensi ha anwume programs aka so yede betra so amamo
makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. 94.7. Asampa, Asampa, Upa Asampetia, Utuni Radio Mupa, Odim 94.7. Asampa FM, oh yeah, do papa. Asampa FM, everywhere you are. Asampa FM, everywhere you go. Asampa, hey, Asampa, hey, all talk all day. Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asampa, Asampa, Asampa FM. Asampa, Asampa, Asampa FM. Oh, Asampa, Asampa, Asampa FM. Asampa, Asampa, Asampa FM. 94.7.
Your party and your presidential candidate held a series of press conferences on what you consider to be the outcome of the elections. Is that not so? It is so, my lord. And in those press conferences, you announced to the whole world that the petitioner